Yo, can I just say that quickly? That is becoming my favorite theme music. I'm just gonna let y'all know quickly. It's becoming my favorite theme music. Fam, what is up? Welcome to the fam. Welcome to the baseline brunch. We got the panel up here. What is going on with the squad? We got a special edition. The ladies are here. Highlight Brittany, Kamish. What's going on, y'all?
Hey, everybody.
Hello.
What is the deal? How y'all feeling? What a day of hoops. What a day of hoops.
What a day to be a Gamecock. Sorry.
Yeah, meanwhile in Columbia.
Meanwhile
in Columbia. Y'all know how it go. Meanwhile in Columbia. I think we got Commission coming back. So coming in, I know we're gonna talk about a few things. We'll give Commission a few seconds to come back. Let me cut this off in my ear because I was rewatching South Carolina, Florida. Cut that off. How everybody doing? June Brown TV. Hey, this is a great time to give a reminder for everybody. Get in there, fill out the polls. In the mention, get your SEC Pick'ems challenge picks completed.
We got into midnight.
11:59. You got to 11:59.
All right.
It's the sound of the police. Boop, boop. It's the sound of the beast.
Look, I wasn't ready for you. Okay, the commission's back. Clearly, the commission's back. What's the word? We're starting with unrivaled. Is that correct?
Yeah, you gave them the reason why we have this special emergency.
No,
baseline.
I didn't. No. I begged for emergency baseline as I started seeing people. If I must save myself, I saw, this is what I saw, y'all. I saw these teams, and sometimes Malik like to say he don't be wrong. He was just early. I wasn't wrong. I was early. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it was a lot of them. So it's a lot of upsets. There's a lot of upsets, y'all. It was a lot of foolery, a lot of town fuckery going on out here. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. And I wanted to talk about a couple things. Yeah, it's definitely some pressures. It's definitely some pressures that I want to speak about. It's definitely some pressures that need to be talked about because y'all know what?
Sometimes y'all be on that bull junk.
Y'all know what it is. Sometimes y'all be on that bull junk. So let's get to it. Let's start with unrivaled. Ladies, highlight. Brittany, Kamish, what's happening? That's good.
What's happening? We were highly requested to come and do an emergency, so we're doing it for y'all. Don't say we didn't give y'all nothing.
The lady showed up. They said, we'll look at our schedule and see, Auntie, because usually we don't. So we here. Let's run up the likes. Let them know. Hit the like and the share. They both right there. Unrivaled. First 2 games today. Did you see the games? What did you think? Thoughts? Let's get started.
I did not, but I would love to hear what Brittany and Kamish have to say about my team, the Hive. Because when I did see at the halftime the score, I was like, what the fuck is going on? So I would love to hear what happened. I didn't even see the whole game. I didn't see none of the game. Let me just say that. Sorry about that. But Hive is my team. I would love to hear what Brittany and Kamish see.
First thing, they put a game in the middle of the day on most people's return to work day. The Hive have work to do. But if it's, to be clear, I'm high on the Hive. Yeah, that kind of sounds like but I do think the Hive can be a good team. I think it's just going to take them a while to get there, and it's just going to be a function of, do they have enough time to slip into the playoff standings? But I do think they have the pieces to get there. I think today was just a little clunky for them, and they don't have a single person besides Heidemann who's played in unrivaled. They have Kelsey Mitchell, who's done 3-on-3 and other stuff like that. But as far as like the unrivaled setting, only Heidemann did that. And Heidemann was a journeywoman last season. So I just don't think they have kind of all the like working muscle of unrivaled yet. So I think they'll get there, but they got to work out their rotations. They got to work out, what people are doing what, and kind of work out some of those kinks. The Mist, I was playing games before.
Let's talk about them.
I was playing a little bit when I said, remember when we watched the whatever, when they announced the new teams, and I was looking at the Lunar Owls like, y'all didn't save Lish? That was crazy to me. But then I said, and I was joking, it was a little tongue in cheek, but I'm serious. I said, oh, it's Stewie's turn this year. Well, it appears I was correct. Now Stewie's team is stacked. So, and for real, not like last year where on paper, but like you have Lish, you have Arike, even though Arike be chucking up shots, which I don't love at times, but when she does get hot, it's very hard. Alana Smith, she is serviceable and like actually pretty good for what is coming quote unquote off the bench, like as a rotational piece. Like she gives you good minutes. She's another tall person. Lee's all right. I think Lee has work to do, but like again, she's still tall. She can shoot. I don't know how much, like I forgot that she got hurt until I was staring at her brace. So I don't know how healthy she really is, but nevertheless, I think the Mist, and then you have Veronica Burton and Lish who just won 3-on-3 together. So there's some continuity and like good pieces there. So I think the Mist will be in a much better position than they were last season, which no surprise. But I also just think they're an improved team, just on those dimensions alone. So Mist, I did have in my top most likely to make it playoffs teams. But I'll pause there. We can talk the first game and then we can get to the second one.
One question that I have, watching this game, if you're the Lunar Owls, how do you feel about you letting Alicia Gray go?
I'm telling you, it was a scheme set up by Todd.
Like,
this is clearly Stewie's turn.
Literally. And you paired her with Stewie. So it's like I'm just laughing for like the Lunar Owls, how everything shook out. So you saved Skylar and you saved Fee. Fee's not gonna play. And the other person that should have been in safe consideration was Alicia. So now you just look at it like, dang, did I really just hand you a player to really turn your team?
Stewie's turn. It was Stewie's turn.
So, Commish, when you say that, what do you mean by that?
Exactly what I'm saying. It's Stewie's turn.
Because Fee didn't win last year. So
last season it was not Stewie's turn. It was Fee's turn. This season
so they let
other founder's turn. It's Stewie's turn. Here you go. Here's Lish. Go pick her up. That was the missed first pick because Lish was not protected. That was their first pick. Lish. There's some colluding going on. Y'all can't tell me
this is giving.
Is there any chance that Leash didn't want to be protected? Is there any chance that Leash wanted out?
Why would she want out? It was a successful rotation.
To go be on Stewie's team. Stewie's team.
No. Absolutely not.
And especially with how they ended last season and how Stewie last season and Stewie was hurt at one point during the season. You didn't know what was going on with them last season. So
also, if you look at the game,
I didn't believe in Hootie Who's ever, right? I wasn't.
I did.
I wasn't a Hootie Who.
I believe it.
I wasn't that. I was who.
Yeah, we know. But I wasn't yelling Hootie Who, but I knew they were a good team. But go ahead with your point.
No,
I was just asking. Was it?
That was it. Oh, okay.
I just had that question for y'all.
No.
Okay, yeah.
No, I think it was.
That's how she got out of there.
No, but I will say, Stewie, while clearly is looking better, I'm not sure she's all the way healthy. And to be honest, it felt like I don't want to say Lish had more of the green light. I just didn't quite feel like Stewie might be all the way healthy. It looked like she was deferring at times, and they were chucking up shots, clearly just trying to win the game. And then they took Lish and maybe Veronica Burton out and brought Stewie and Alana Smith in, and then Stewie hit the game winner. But Stewie was not.
Stewie looked good. I thought Stewie looked good.
I didn't think she looked bad, but I don't think she looks all the way healthy.
She didn't look like Stewie.
Look all the way. she doesn't
she
look all the way
back.
healthy to me. Yeah, I still think she's working.
Health, sending prayer speedy recovery for Marquisha Davis.
What happened? I missed it. What happened?
I just saw her. I saw her look like she just went under surgery. Looks like.
What?
I saw a post.
Oh wow, yeah. Prayers to get hurt in China.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it looked like it was international, I believe.
Yeah, she's international. I think she's in China. It's either China or Australia, but I want to say China. Okay, well,
prayers to her.
Definitely prayers up to her.
But yeah, Hive. I didn't expect them to be like to come out the gate on fire. I didn't at all. They're going to be one that over as the season goes. Yeah, this is going to be one of those dangerous teams. Just because they have some really good pieces. They just have to figure it out. See how everybody meshes. But I don't think it'll. I think by the end of the season, they'll be able to look back and say, "Dang, we might have started in a bit of a hole, but as it went, we got better." Yeah, that'll be them. They'll be that team.
Okay.
Second game was the best game, of the two games. We'll see.
Let's talk about it.
Let's see if it's the best game of the night. We'll find out when the other games kick off later today. But it's definitely going to be up there. It's going to be up there. So Vinyl has everybody has new pieces. Vinyl, as compared to last year, I think they're a better team, or at least they have better pieces that fit with one another. The way the game started, I thought the Vinyl were going to blow the Laces out. The Laces just looked, I don't know if punked is the right word, but they were giving shades of how I was yelling at the TV when South Carolina was playing Florida. It just felt like, what are we doing? We're complaining a lot. We're not running down the court. We're not meeting what the whistles are or are not happening. I just felt like they, as a team, which I expect to be the more physical team, weren't giving that physicality that first half. Courtney would look like she was going to hit everything. Hamby, there was a lot of pre-talk about how Hamby was the most overlooked or disrespected person, and that's like a rallying cry, I guess, for Teaspoon and Hamby this year, which fair, you can feel that way. So she came out, I think, pretty Ghostbuster-y. And then who else? Ryan hit a couple shots here or there. But then as the game progressed, and then Ray looked like the best athlete on the floor. BG came in for a few spot minutes, and I'm sure I'm forgetting someone.
Very spot minutes.
Yeah, BG at this point is is a relic. BG is a relic. I think they could have used her more, because it was clear they were kind of blowing them off the court. I felt like they should have brought BG in and just posted her up a little bit more. The Laces also got into foul trouble with almost all their starters. Jackie and AT did not look great to start the game. They were also in foul trouble. And then Slim basically put on her cape and started kind of willing the team, was hitting some really good shots, was attacking the boards and kind of all that for the Laces. And so then after the half, the Laces really just took off, were able to erase the deficit. I think they were down 8-6, something like that. It's definitely under 10, but they were down. They were able to close the gap and then propel forward. And then they were able to, because there's no the fourth quarter becomes untimed, so then it was just a race to 57 or whatever the score was. And then just as the game went, it's they were inverted of each other. The Laces looked to start the game and then rose as the game went on, and then the Vinyl looked amazing and then just declined. So I don't know. I felt like they kind of got shell shocked the second half. The Vinyl did. Jackie came alive, started hitting shots. AT started getting on the board. They rebounded better. They were hustling for balls better. They were able to get outlets, that type of thing, hitting some shots, threes here and there. So that's kind of how the game went. But if you can watch it, it's a good game to watch because it was pretty competitive. I think the teams are equivalent talent-wise, kind of, sort of. So at least from like a competition standpoint, it was interesting, like a competitive game. But yeah.
Man, one thing about 3-on-3, not only is it like hard, it's already hard enough to defend. It's going to show you who is typically good defenders and who struggles defensively. But the other part that's so hard about it for like a defender is in this league is most of these players, all it takes is for them just to see one shot go in, and then they're just rolling.
And then it's done. Yeah.
Exactly.
Then it's an avalanche.
So like you're never really out. You're never really out of the game because all it takes is just, all right, one bucket here, one bucket there. Oh, we got to stop. And then it's like, oh yeah, now the whole team is really going. So yeah, especially a team like the Laces started off slow. Didn't matter. And it really didn't matter when you look at who's on the roster. Like, and the thing about it is this roster, the killers on this roster are quiet. Their games aren't really like it's not like their games are loud. It's like when you look up, you say, "Oh, they had this many points." Like it didn't feel like it. Like yeah, it didn't feel like it until you looking up at the scoreboard and it's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Jackie comes down, hits the 3, and then you turn around. Okay, here come Brittany Sykes. And then here come AT with a layup, and then you're just like, oh, shoot. I like this one. I like this Laces roster. It's a lot of silent killers.
But they had me looking dumb when the game started. I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, I've been telling everybody the Laces is going to be good. And then everything that was going to make the Laces good and their weakness was just on full display the first half. And I was like, well, I don't know. Like, it's not that deep because it's unraveled, but I was like disappointed in how the Laces were playing. I was like, what are you guys doing? Like, this is just bad. At first, the first half, you were just like, do they have any shooters? And like, I just felt like, and part of it is they needed to fix or adjust some of their rotations and who was playing with who. But Erica Wheeler's who I forgot on the vinyl. She did pretty well. But they started with Sykes, AT, and Jackie, and it just didn't flow well enough. Later in the game, it worked, like to close out the game, but to start the game, they just didn't have any shooting. / they weren't using their defense to initiate their offense. So I actually wanted Maddie in the game earlier because I was like, Maddie is technically what I would consider their better shooter from like a dribble penetration kick out. AT also looked like AT pre-Mercury for a minute there. I was like, girl, can we hit a shot? Like, what are we doing? But they were able to kind of like, again, use their defense to fuel them. And then eventually they got going. But yeah, when the game first started, I was like, dang, like, yeah, but they figured it out. I think they'll continue to tweak their lineup. I think Slim is a good energy piece for them. And I think Slim played well for them. So I also thought they were misusing Naz Hillman too. I don't know if she just wasn't being aggressive enough or what, but she just felt like a glorified picker to me and roller, but she wasn't really rolling and they weren't hitting her. So I was kind of annoyed by that.
Look,
I think once they unlock
Naz need to go get her money.
Yeah,
she go get her money.
Yeah, no, Naz is a good player. That's why I was like, why are you guys playing this way with her?
Yeah.
So I think they just have to figure out kind of some of their sets and their spacing and who plays with who well and just continue to work on that. But I think they'll be fine. Once they fix that, that will help. Any other thoughts, comments, things Unraveled related?
That was it for Unrivaled for me. I'm excited about tonight. My two teams won so far. I was a Miss fan last year. I picked up the breeze. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm here for it.
Who playing again tonight? I'm sorry.
Everybody else.
Lunar Owls,
Everybody who didn't
Rose,
play.
Lunar Owls, Rose, Phantom Breeze.
Yeah, so we get Rakia and them tonight. The young team, Paige Beckers and them. Get point guard tonight. You know, Cam Brink, all of them. 131 in the chat, y'all. Hit the like and share. They both right there. Run it up for the
I'm gonna
baseline.
tell my rival, don't do this again. Don't do this again. Don't do no midday game and then
I didn't get the midday game unless it was like I thought it was gonna be like kids in there, but it wasn't. It was still just the same, you know.
Yeah, no, don't do that again. Don't do that
again. I will say for the people who went to the game, because there's people who did that, like it seems like they're basically doing like the afternoon delight, the gentleman's baseball game, and then they're doing like the what do they call it, like the baseball, you know, when baseball's in the middle of the day, that one, and then they're going again tonight. So for the people who are doing the first night, like you get a full day's worth. But yeah, I don't know why they did that. And then there was like no pregame show and stuff like that. I ended up watching it just like recently, but I recorded and there was like no pregame show. So I was like, why did you do that? I don't know what the thought was, but I guess they got everybody on TV with more teams. So it is what it is. Other things I wanted to mention, which are not related to the actual game itself, but I really like the Miss New Jerseys. I don't understand why their jerseys look so much cooler than everybody else's now. Like I know the Phantom added green and stuff like that to their jersey, but everybody's else seemed pretty basic compared to the Miss, because now they have like that ombre effect, which I think looks really cool. But why did they not update everybody else's jersey for real? For real. That's just me. And like the roses have like a rose on the side, but it's not this. It's like whatever. And then they added seating behind the benches, which I thought was interesting this year. Like there were like 3 rows last year, but now there's like a whole like, there's like, what do you call it? There's like a staircase of people now. So, I mean, clearly for more capacity, but I thought that was interesting. Visually, I think it looks better too. Because the whole issue with Unrivaled is you really can't see the crowd because of where they have the TV. So I like that addition. You like saw more excitement.
That's good. Because they can get some more people in there, and then you're closer to the action, and I think it just brings gives like an aura, a vibe, like, because last year it really felt like from watching it, but it's like, okay, they're hooping, but like where the people at? Where are people at? I want to hear the people be louder, but there's not a lot of people.
No, we heard the people. The issue was you never saw the people. That's what I'm saying.
I want to see the people. Now
Now you can see the excitement. That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely. Love it.
Cool. That's it for Unrivaled for now.
Did I lose y'all?
Oh no.
No, we said that's it.
Okay. I mean, I'm ready. I'm ready to roll into the next one.
Yeah, we're waiting on you. You let us know.
Y'all want me to start kicking off?
Yeah.
Oh, well, let's go.
Set it off.
We're gonna talk LSU. We're gonna talk LSU. Well, I did. Okay, I saw a couple things. So I saw a question in the chat. That said you wasn't talking about you was talking about the Vandy victim presser. Yes, I watched the LSU presser. And let's talk the LSU game. So I saw Flores' ankle. So I'm hearing that there was an ankle roll. I don't know when that took place during the game. But I'm just keeping a buck. That wasn't why they lost. And if you was out there, then you was out there. But I mean, is that why you? I mean, I saw a post today that said Kara Lawson was vindicated.
Absolutely.
Because Vandy got the win over LSU.
No. That's not the reason why.
Flau'jae didn't score, and Michaela Blake's had a game.
There we go. That's the reason that she's vindicated.
So let's go from there. I don't know if y'all want to start with the ankle. I don't know where you want to start. I don't even know where to start. It's layers to this shit. Let's go.
Has there been a report out about her ankle? Besides,
I
just saw a picture that was shared on socials.
Oh, I forgot you did say something about a picture. Okay.
Look, but I don't recall Kim discussing an ankle in the presser.
She did in the presser.
She did in the presser. She said she heard something about an ankle. She doesn't know how bad it is, but she not making excuses. That's what Kim said.
Okay, but anyway,
she also said that her upperclassmen were to blame in this game. She also said that her freshmen didn't show up. Did I forget anything? Oh, and she also said that she don't have ballers yet.
Wait, which freshman didn't show up?
No, her upperclassmen didn't.
Upperclassmen. She said her upperclassmen didn't show up.
Said something about her freshmen.
She said they're not tough enough, which whose fault is that? She said even though during SEC Media Day, she said ballers want to play with ballers, which is why Lay decided to come to LSU, but now they don't have ballers. So which one is it?
Oh, wait, and she also said that if they played a tougher schedule like this, more teams like this, they would have lost more games.
Right, which we can unpack what that means too.
Oh, okay, yeah, go ahead. What, Kim? What?
Yeah, so let's go. Let's go. Where you want to start?
Okay, I'll start. Oh, or you want to go highlights?
No, well, this ankle thing is really doing it for me, and this is why I didn't even. Okay, so did we see any taping of the ankle or anything that looked like maybe she got something done to her ankle after she allegedly hurt?
Kim said something about she thought that she came out. I know this is what I'm saying. I'm gonna tell you what Kim said, and then y'all tell me if y'all saw it. Kim said something about she thought they came out and they retaped the ankle or something.
Oh,
I don't remember seeing that. Y'all let me know.
Okay, that's what I'm trying to get at. Did we see anything different ankle wise, like a tape or a brace, or something like that for after the alleged ankle injury?
Hold on. Sorry, Brittany, you go. I'm gonna look something up real quick. Go ahead.
I don't recall seeing an ankle being rewrapped or anything. I didn't even really see like her limping up and down the floor.
I was gonna ask that next.
I didn't see any of that. So she might have. I know there was a possession where she went to go. She went for a block. Got called for a foul, and she stayed down for a minute, but then got up, and she continued to play. So that was about all that I saw.
Okay.
But it wasn't like she was walking gingerly throughout the game. No.
I didn't see that either. And for clarity, again, this alleged ankle injury happened. Was this in the second quarter when she went up, when she got sandwiched, it looked like, or whatever the hell that happened between her? It was her and what y'all call her, Anissa 2.0? When they went up for a block or try to block it or whatever the hell. Is that when that allegedly happened?
Yeah, I think that was in the first half.
But second quarter though, right?
Yeah. Okay. Second quarter.
And she started the third quarter, right? I mean,
played the fourth.
Yes, and played the fourth. Critical minutes in the fourth.
Yeah, can we just dead this ankle thing and move on?
At what point
that's
did
basically
it really
my
become
point.
A ankle injury? Like,
I mean, look, she only played 19 minutes, so like somehow, some way within there, and you know the way Vanderbilt's stadium is set up and the camera angles, you don't really see a lot of what's going on in the bench. So it is possible something happened over there. But regardless, like she played in the fourth, she played 19 minutes. Let's move on.
Yeah, and the other part about the discussion about this, whatever this ankle thing is, at the end of the day, she still played bad. And her playing 19 minutes, okay, whether it was an ankle, whether it wasn't an ankle, was justifiable. Because when she was on the floor, like that whole first quarter, I think Michaela had like 10 in the first. Like, she was cooking Flage. Flage was getting cooked. Whether it was off ball, on ball, yeah. It didn't seem as though they had an answer for Michaela, and specifically Flage had an answer for her in the first quarter. And then the fourth quarter, she was on her again. That was split between Flage and Jada Richard. Cooked both of them.
Which
so,
I don't know why Jada was guarding Michaela. Actually, yeah. Okay, we can get into the game now, right?
Yes.
Let's start all the way over. Let's start with the fact of who was chosen to start the game. I already have an issue with that, right? Like, here's why. For a couple of reasons. One, you had your entire I'm calling it off season. Some call it preseason. Some people call it their non-con. They're all the same to me, right? You had your entire off season to decide and play with your lineups when you were playing Our Ladies of Mary, Mother, and Paul and Lake Health, whatever is written, Our Lady of Lake Health, whatever. You had all of your non-con to figure this stuff out. And quite frankly, this is exactly what you should have been doing. You're playing against inferior competition, and you should have been using it to make these type of decisions and determinations. In my mind, you had already, by the way, by just watching the box scores and the ultimate, who played what minutes, blah, 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 it was clear that Jada Richard was the starting point guard of the team. What I don't understand is why now Jada Richard, who, by the way, played a pretty good game, all things considered, against Kentucky, now the minute you lose, you switch up the starting lineup. Like, that just, whether you like Lay, you think Lay should play more, whatever. Like, why did you, what? I that doesn't make sense to me. That doesn't make sense to me. And I'm going to further expand upon why that already just doesn't make sense to me. All right, so there's that. Then I think, me personally, I do think when you insert someone different into the starting lineup, especially when they're playing the role of point guard, and you're already a heavy guard system and you haven't worked out the kinks of having that particular person play point guard, I do think it messes up with the flow and how people get their points in the system. To me, that impacted both Michaela and Flage. I'm not saying like it's 100% blame. I'm just saying that is something that impacts how you get your offense going, where you get your offense going, how you get those points. When I was watching Lay did a really good job of getting the ball into Z and her other post players with like penetrating and dump offs. To my knowledge, I don't really see a lot of penetrating and creating for Flaw or Michaela. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I didn't see that when I was watching in the game. So therefore, to me, that kind of explains why, again, it's not the reason, right? You still played in a high caliber game for 20 minutes and went 0 for 4, ironically, on Flage's part. And then Michaela's part, we can talk about that separately as well, too. But to me, that's going to impact your other high quality scores. And so for me, I do think that was something that was worth questioning. Why did Kim do that? So let's start there.
With Kim, I think the Kentucky loss
rattled her. I think that
shook
the fuck out of her.
Absolutely, she shook. Because it led to a drastic change. If you wanted to change the big, okay, cool. If you wanted to change Koval for Joyner, I would have said, okay, cool, that makes sense, whatever.
Which she had done all non-con. They were constantly changing who was playing at that 4 or 5 spot.
So to change those two positions, those two positions wouldn't have been an issue. But tell Jada Richard, you're coming off the bench, you're going to start. That is a big difference, and especially because now you have 3 guards on the floor that all need the ball, but also all require the ball to get their offense going. So you don't have someone like a Jada Richard that's like, all right, Jada Richard's not going to be out there trying to go get her own bucket. because we'd be looking at her like, whoa, what are you doing?
But Jada had been spending this whole non-con figuring out how to play with them and get the balls where they needed to. So that was more the point where I was like, huh?
Was it the noise, or was it like Kim felt like she needed to put Lay in because?
Hey man, yeah, that's what I'm about to ask. Did she get punked? Did Kim get punked? Did Kim get punked?
Kim was listening to us.
I'm putting it out there now. Come on now.
Listening to the wrong people on social media. I see she's very susceptible to the social media. What, Kim, wherever your burner is.
Wow.
Actually, keep doing what you're doing, Kim. Keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, look at you. Yeah, don't. What you say, you're not going to do anything to make them better. Love.
Yeah, I'm not here to help them.
The thing about it is what I have a feeling is going to happen. They're going to say, well, we rebounded the ball well, besides that
still
one
lost.
quarter. Exactly. Besides that one quarter. And then they're going to go into the next game or the next game and say, like, yeah, we don't need to make no changes for real. When it's like, okay, you might get away with this lineup versus Georgia, maybe, but you're not going to get away with it against Texas.
So what you mean?
You're not out rebounding Texas.
I'm sorry, Brittany. What lineup you referring to? Are you still saying that she keeps Lay in the starting lineup?
We're gonna see. She probably makes her wheel. And only because they out rebounded Vandy 48-28.
Where them rebounds come from, though?
They came. Well, Lay got a good chunk of them, though. That's the other part. Lay had 8. Lay had 7. Zakaya had 8. MK Dub had 8. And then Cobalt off the bench had 10. And then Joyner gave him 5.
So, question: What grade do y'all give my Laser for her play yesterday?
C.
Okay.
No, I'm not playing. I'm not joking. I'm actually serious. But everybody else answer. I will elaborate.
No, because
I had a question. Like, what are we basing it off of? Grading it to where, like, how I would hope that she would play as a point guard on a winning team, like championship competing team, or just like on this team?
I just want you to grade what you got yesterday.
I'll give it like a C.
Yeah, I was going there too.
The 5 turnovers are kind of a lot for me.
So the reason why I gave C so quickly, and I'm oscillating between, is it C minus C? Is because of, I do think Lay gave good energy defensively on the ball, key on the ball.
Yes.
Here are the positives. On the ball defense, great. I saw her trying to encourage her teammates, TBD if they were listening, but nonetheless, she did that. She came in and starting and gave good energy. I do think her penetration and kickouts were good to the bigs. I think she got some of them involved. Great. That's the positive. Now let's talk about everything else. As a starting point guard, as a starting point guard, you are held to a high standard, especially a starting point guard in the SEC, right? I don't care if this is your first time doing it, not your first time doing it. This is part of what comes with playing at a quote unquote premier institution that's competing for national championships, who's also already won a national championship. Like, I have to grade you on that basis. The turnovers were real bad. The falling asleep on defense, real bad. The fouling of I almost called her Heichel. That is not that girl's name. Galvin. I was like, white girl with hair. Galvin, real bad. Like critical, like you cannot foul someone shooting a 3 in a critical moment like that. You cannot fall asleep on defense when the player who, like, you're guarding, the only 2 people scoring right now are Galvin and Blake's. What are you doing? Falling asleep, standing and watching rebounds. Just, I mean, to me, it's also not overly surprising because it gave me shades of exactly what happened in the championship game against UConn. Like this, and it wasn't just her, right? But it didn't look different to me on defense. Outside of the on-ball defense, I thought she did a good job in the first half. But then at some point, Galvin came back to herself, got a pep talk, saw what was going on, and she wasn't intimidated. What happens when someone's not intimidated across the way from you? Like, is your only, like, or intimidation. Like, to me, that's part of the problem, right?
That's a big part of her game. So I got another question.
But wait, they didn't answer. But ask your question, and we'll remember. I just want everybody else to there.
Well, because it's to you.
Oh, it's to me. Okay.
Yeah. Headband Shorty is what I call her. S. Dot. I'm fucking dead. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. I seen it. I just had to put it up there and I just let it be. So who, if anybody on LSU, had a higher grade than Malaysia yesterday?
Jada actually, hers was still bad too, but Jada, I think maybe Jada and her were tied for me. So maybe no one had. MK really was sleep to me.
Yeah.
Z might have.
Shit, I don't think nobody on their team gets an A. Do we? Or do y'all?
No, I didn't say A. I just said higher. I'm just saying higher than what Malaysia put out.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like, I can't. Grace only played 5 minutes. Joyner, maybe for her role, Joyner might be okay. I have to think a little bit harder, but like no one really stood out, right? So like maybe that's what I was saying. Like Jada and her they're like the 2 highest grades. So I'd have to think harder if I feel like Jada is higher than Lay or not. But at very worst, they're both C's.
What grade did you give Michaela?
I give her a. Well, that's hard.
The same.
She's balled out, but it's not an A. It's not an A to me. It's not an A. It's like a B. She won the game.
So I wonder. Not Blake's. Williams.
Yeah.
Oh no. Yeah.
Oh, not Michaela Blake. Sorry, Williams.
Yeah, I'm just talking LSU right now. MK.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. I don't even remember what the hell Michaela did. So, like, to me, she blended just as much as 4 did. I really didn't feel like Michaela did anything good. So she's probably a C-.
Especially or D. No, she ended up with 12 points on 5 of 11 shooting, 2 of 3 from 3. She ended up with 8 rebounds, 6 assists.
4
but she also had 4 turnovers. So
right, and tell me about her
between the two of them, they turned the ball over 9 times.
Trash.
And tell me about her defense. I didn't feel like she was playing defense on nobody. No. So that's what I mean. Like, and especially if you compare what Michaela did against Kentucky, like this was a huge fall off.
Yeah,
like,
it was.
It was not noticeable to me.
So did the Kentucky game break their spirit?
I think they do have bigger issues than
that, but I don't think that. I seen a different side of Lay that I haven't seen. I seen her talking. She was like, "Now get a stop right here, get a stop." I'm like, look at Lay. Like I seen. That's a plus for me. Probably the biggest thing that I seen out of Lay, because I also felt like she was not trying too much, but almost trying too much. Like I haven't seen Lay talk like that and be, especially on the defensive side, like telling them, okay, let's get a stop right here.
She did that in the Duke game.
Yeah.
How many minutes she played? But that's what I'm saying. In general, that's one thing that I give Lay this season that I've seen out of her. Honestly,
yeah. That's what I said. She was talking. I don't know what it resulted in down the court, because I'm pretty sure Michaela or Shorty from Chicago, who's not scared or whatever. She's Shorty with the headband that she came down. They were scoring. So it's not solely on her. That's what I'm saying. Like, she was at least trying to be vocal. I felt her energy was there, but I still feel like the IQ, the defensive lapses
absolutely
are problematic. So that's why I gave it a C. It's actually much nicer than I Yep.
And I don't think their spirits are broke yet.
No.
The word yet.
Yeah.
Because Moki told us they're not tough. They're not tough mentally, physically. This from their head coach. Okay. But I do think they are frustrated, very frustrated, and you could tell because by the end of that game, Michaela threw the ball extension. They are frustrated, and I wonder how long. Because it's for them, okay, you played Kentucky, you lost because you didn't rebound. You played Vanderbilt, you out-rebounded them by 20. So you rebounded them great for 3 quarters, and then the fourth quarter, you didn't, I don't know what you were doing because it wasn't rebounding. It's like, something's wrong can't pinpoint exactly what's wrong because it feels like because everything is wrong. There's issues in so many.
Wait. Can I ask a question?
Yeah, and then I got questions too for y'all.
Yeah, because you're gonna keep going with your questions. High Life and Brittany, can you give it a brief explanation for why you gave the grade you gave?
Oh yes.
I just don't. I'm gonna go real quick. I mean, I didn't see B or A effort, honestly. Defense. I see more. Lay did a good job. She did a good job for her low-key playing out of her position, but she's been a point guard, but she hasn't been a point guard her whole life. But
she said she has been a point guard her whole life.
That's what I said. Has been a point guard.
Oh, I heard hasn't.
Yeah, because it was she has, but didn't Kim Oakley say she didn't play?
Not Moakley. I'm done with you. You're not sorry for that.
Okay. But I don't know. I just felt, again, coming from where she came from, I just felt like Lay definitely could have done better, but I just didn't see B or A effort. I didn't.
I don't give out A's for this team because the A's require for me, if I'm giving you an A, that means you did everything that you're supposed to do, and that includes the details. And this team, the details is like furthest problem for them. No, so nobody was getting an A from this. The highest grade was a C for me, and it was for Lay. Yeah, like I said, the 5 turnovers, not it. I'll give her the energy, the on-ball defense energy, the off-ball, not a fan. But I didn't like the defense off-ball for any of them. I was looking at what's the scout, because why do y'all continue to go under ball screens on Michaela Blakes? Why do you continue to go under screens on Galvin?
Who they going over screens on anyways? They be going over screens? They be fighting over
No, they die on them. They die on screens. Yeah. If they don't die on the first one, they die on the second one.
Yes.
So I don't, but yeah, I give her the A for effort in terms of energy, trying to keep everybody's spirits alive. But yeah, no, it was a C, because the other part about it is we've seen Malaysia have those really good games where it's like, okay, it's there. You had this really great game. The thing is that she just wasn't consistent. So compared to the really good game that I've seen from her, no, this is a C.
What was this game? But was this more about Vanderbilt being real or LSU being compromised? Pick one.
Did you say pick
all
one?
Of the above?
Yeah. I knew commissioners coming with all of the above. I knew it was everything. No.
Option D. I gotta think. You guys go first.
Pick one.
Because the other thing for me when it comes to Vanderbilt, there's things that I didn't like about the way in which they played. Their rebounding. I didn't like their rebounding for 3 quarters. Because what the heck were you doing? There's no reason why LSU should out-rebound you by 20. It shouldn't happen.
There's no reason that you out-rebound somebody by 20 and then still lose a basketball game.
Exactly. So, like...
I mean?
Look at that.
Yeah.
Come on, they got to make that now. Like, how in the hell do you even explain a massive rebounding advantage like that and you still lost? But you had a plus 20. You were up 20 on rebounds, but you turned the ball over 22 times. That's how. Yeah. But there's that part of it.
Yes. I think Blake's played well in terms of I give her a B, not an A. I think there were some shot attempts that, not that shot. But the other part about it is, when at one point, like second quarter, they couldn't get nothing if it wasn't coming from Michaela. And at that point, they kind of, LSU tightened up just a tad bit defensively to make it tough on her. But
with you saying that, Brittany, who was holding her? Was it more of a one player or a team effort that made it? What was because she didn't score no points, correct, in the second quarter?
Yeah, I don't think she scored. And if she did, it might have been like 2. Two or four, but she didn't make a lot of buckets in the second quarter.
She did 11 in the first. I thought it was okay.
So they only scored 7 as a team in the second quarter.
Oh, yes. Okay, I see that.
See, Rob, the man in the building. What's happening? Was there something that Shay Rob did tactically that deserves credit?
No. No.
That's what I wanted to know. Let's talk about it. Now, I don't see somewhere they said Shay Rob said that Michaela Blakes is a motherfucker in a good way. Is that what she said about her?
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Go ahead.
I mean, it's true from that. That's not true, because we saw Michaela be holding her back literally and figuratively, and was still giving them buckets. And I don't understand. How does that happen?
Buckets. Giving them buckets.
But 15 in the fourth quarter.
It was like, she's not gonna get a 40 ball, and then it was like, damn, is she?
Well, the other part with
LSU only scored 18 in the fourth quarter, so one person alone was almost equivalent to your entire team in the fourth quarter of a tight game.
I forgot. Because by the time that fourth quarter came around, LSU tired. They tired, and that's always been a critique of them. Come the fourth quarter, this team is going to be is tired. It was the same way last year. And I think by the time the fourth quarter came up, LSU got tired, and Michaela Blake said, "Hey, I'm not tired yet." And she showed them just that, because Michaela was getting it any way she wanted it. If she wanted to get a bucket off ball, she got it off screening actions. If she wanted her own ball, she got it that way. If she wanted to just drive right past you, she got it. It was very much like, okay, is she gonna miss?
You guys want to also
the fourth quarter came,
right. I don't have the fourth quarter fouls or free throw shots in front of me, but you can imagine it's a lot for the game. Vanderbilt shot 26 free throws and LSU shot 13. I'm pretty sure that's like half the story right there, plus the turnovers, right? Like,
Michaela had 12 of them herself. She shot 12 of them herself.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, and she went 9 for 12. So, and then Mitchell went 2 for 8. God, like, it's that's part of it. And when you out rebound the other team, in theory, that gives you by 20, right? A plus 20 rebounding margin. Yeah. Like, who was it complaining last year that was like, yeah, if you have a plus 20, usually you don't lose? Was it Shay herself when she played us? There was somebody who was complaining. I can't remember who off the top of my head, or maybe it was Vic. Vic likes to complain. It was probably Vic. But yeah, plus 20 means like that's either 20 less opportunities for them, 20 more for you, a combination of the two. Like, how do you lose? And Vanderbilt shot worse from their field goal percentage was worse. Like, the answer's at the free throw line, and a little bit of threes.
In the turnovers.
The turnovers, the threes, and the free throw line.
Yeah, because they only LSU only had one extra shot attempt than Vandy, but they also had 10 more turnovers than Vandy.
Oh, sign up, pop 8675. I see you copied and pasted your last note the last time when we were talking Baylor. Congratulations on being right this time.
And then crazy, LSU outscored them in points in the paint.
Copy and paste is crazy.
No, dead ass. Literally copied and pasted it. They must go around to all these lies and just copy paste, control C, control V.
Tell them stop losing, and we will stop talking about them.
But we weren't even talking about them last time they pasted this message.
So. People came on time this time.
Yeah.
You said they ain't here on the keyboard.
Look, they said thanks.
I can't.
They loved it so much we flamed them the last time they came back through. Congrats.
You're hilarious. I love these special shows. So I do want to know. Oh, go ahead.
No. I was just talking. I was in the box score. We can keep going.
So I'm still here with this game. If you're LSU, what's the emergency fix? Is it ball security now? Is it?
I put Jada.
Shot creation? Is it defensive discipline? What is it?
You put Jada back in the starting lineup, and I'm not even being funny. I'm very serious.
So lay back to the bench.
Yeah, you need continuity. You need continuity.
So, okay, wait. You didn't like Lay and Rashard on the floor together? I like those three. I like those two on the floor together. I like Rashard,
okay,
Wiley, and Zakiya on the floor together.
So who's in your rotation with all of them? Say, just even throw out names. I just want to be clear. Say them again.
So the rotation that I liked that was out there was Rashard, Malaysia, Johnson, Joyner, and Williams. It was Flau'jae that was on the bench.
Oh, sorry. There's multiple Johnsons. Okay, not Flau'jae.
Yeah, it was Zakiya. No, it was Flau'jae that was on the bench.
Okay, so if you're going to put Flau'jae to the bench, which I've already articulated multiple times why I do not believe that to be true, that maybe doesn't have to do with basketball, then we can have that conversation. But I know that it is not a purely basketball conversation that is going to have, like, that's the, like, to me, that's the elephant in the room. Every time we talk about the brand, the show, this school, we keep not saying the thing that the elephant needs to be on the table. Like, this is not purely basketball. This is not purely basketball. I asked 2 times ago, what do you think they're trying to accomplish? Do you think a national championship is actually what they want? And I've said no. These are the reasons why. So if we want to operate in a world in which they are actually trying to put the best product to win games, well, first thing, you would have gotten better bigs, but I digress.
Exactly.
If we're going to do that and you're not trying to protect someone's draft stock, and therefore all the egos you have to manage on your team, then we can have that conversation. But I don't think that's the reality in which we live in. So therefore, I don't think that's even an option. I'm not even entertaining it because it's not an option to me.
And I also think it's Kim.
You said Kim putting 4 on the bench is not an option. That's right.
That is exactly what I'm saying.
Right, go ahead, Brittany.
And I think where Kim has to get at this point is whatever lineup change she's going to make, it needs to be a lineup change that is going to help them, like, down the line. This is like, all right, this is what we're going with. This is what we're sticking with for the rest of the SEC. Especially trying to make a big change, putting 4 on the bench. What does that do to your locker room? Because I know that locker room attitude is pretty bad right now.
What is it like? I was about to say, what is the locker room now? It ain't like it ain't like it's peaches and cream right now.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
I mean, that you're gonna have a bad locker room and losing. That's a long ass year. That's just a long ass season. Something has to give here. Go ahead.
And I think the other part with that is, yeah, the locker room is bad now, but it's like, how bad can it get if you put 4 on the bench and you still lose?
Honestly,
do we really think she's gonna do that though?
No, that's why I said I'm not even entertaining this conversation. That's why I made it very clear. Like, this is such hypothetical la land to me. It's just not even an option. Like, it's not an option.
The quick fix is just go with what you were using during the preseason. You don't have time to be doing all these big switches between your guards. You can switch out your posts, whatever. You can switch that out because you don't even use them anyway, like you should. But that's a whole other conversation.
And the other thing that I think is really the answer, but I don't know, it's really you need to pray to whatever deity you believe in, is to do a 4-guard lineup. And I wouldn't recommend it in the SEC, but like that to me would be like that plus, but they don't really have the personnel to do that.
They don't have the shooters for it. That's the other part.
They don't have the shooters for it. But you could, like, some people are recommending Bella as a better shooter, and I don't know. I know. Yeah. I'm just saying, if you're going to do that, which I do not recommend, you could do a 4-guard lineup, and then, but the question is, who's your 4-5, and who are they going to guard on the other side, right? You could do Z because they're playing her as a 4 anyway. You could do Joyner depending on the matchup, but like, I don't recommend doing that in the middle of SEC play when you're already down 0-2. Like, what? You know what I mean? Like, exactly. To do that was the non-con. That's what I keep getting back on. What was the point of playing this cupcake ass schedule if you weren't gonna figure the shit out then?
Exactly. That was the time for her to throw out all type of crazy old lineups, old different starting lineups. Do it in the preseason. Not now.
But y'all were too busy trying to amass the most number of 100-point games and margin of. No, I'm dead ass. Like, I don't care about these fictitious stats. That's why I was like, man, miss me with this. Your strength of schedule is closer to the bottom than it is the top.
Is this the first time with her, Kim, being at LSU that she's had to, well, quote unquote, had an issue with lineup and don't know what to do with her, who her starting five is?
I'm not well versed in LSU land, as I continue trying to tell you all. But what I will say is so let's start, like, because to me, Kim really starts with like Angel, right? Because before that, no, LSU wasn't doing anything, right? So the Angel year, the Angel transfer year is like what I can start to talk about. She had Angel and then she had Anissa. So she never had to deal with, she's always had these undersized people, right, available to her from that point, right, where she's seen success, quote unquote, because before that wasn't success. She was still building. So the thing is, you haven't seen it, and this is your first year seeing it. You don't have a generational rebounder.
Which is exactly what was discussed during the offseason. Wasn't we screaming, who the heck is gonna replace Anissa Morris?
And if we're really being honest, let's not even just do generational rebounder, because that's Anissa and Angel were covering up a lot. There's more of a question about who's the leader than there has been since then, right?
Yep.
And on top of that, let's even just generational rebounder, but even bigs that can compete with others. The deficit at the bigs for LSU is drastically different than any previous year they've had.
True.
So not only on the rebounding, but like just true, like, you know, people love to say what they want to say about ADR, Smith, who else left or graduated, quote unquote, right? Like, yeah, like the bigs they have now do not compare to the bigs they had before, even when they were sitting on the bench. So you don't have that. You don't have Poa, who is a really good defender, was constantly drawing charges. Like, you just don't have, to me, LSU's issue is size, leadership, and defensive identity. They have none of those, to me. And so it's the combination of the three that, to me, is what what you are seeing a void in, right? And then you also have, I won't say they didn't have personalities before, but I think your personalities had a clear lane in which they operated, right? You maybe had a personality at the guard spot, but then you also had maybe a strong personality in the bigs, but at least big versus guard, like you're not stepping on each other's toes. Right now, the concentration is all in the same roles. It's at PG/1/2/3 or 1/2, and you have duplicates of everybody, and it's clunky. The roster construction is the worst to me for putting a team out there that can compete and win in the SEC than they've had since Angel transferred to LSU.
Yeah, it's just giving. This is a group of individuals. A group of individuals that we threw together because they're talented in their own right, so it should work. Something should come out of this. When it's like, yeah, nothing's coming out of this but crap. But it's not necessarily all on them, because look at the leader.
You have freshmen who are coming in who, no one's saying freshmen shouldn't compete for a spot, but it feels like there's also a rift between new age, whoever you want to count, whether that's transfers or whatever, freshmen, and then the incumbents, and who's really the leader and who really should, like, I don't know. From afar, it doesn't seem like there's as much continuity on like knowing each other's roles or like, you know, what that is. And I think that's really tough. And then you have ego, and you have draft considerations to manage, and people are trying to prove why they came to LSU and they needed to be this versus their last team. And I'm, come hell or high water, I'm going to show you guys that I'm XYZ and you didn't like, I think everybody's
whole bunch of I gotta do this, I gotta do that. Where's the team in that?
There's a lot of I's and not a lot of we's. We. Paris.
Yeah. Everybody got their own agenda, and that's what they look like on the floor. A team where, all right, this is their agenda, this their agenda. We can all see it. That's the other part. They think, I don't know if Kim thinks that we are blind or dumb, but man, we can see.
I don't think it's us. But I think they are blind and dumb because we've been arguing. People have been calling us haters since we started this by pointing out that we didn't see it and we didn't know where it was going to come from. And oh, y'all are just jealous because we took your superstar. And oh, Donna's jealous and you're jealous and we're the show and you're jealous and you're jealous and you're jealous. Sound like a fucking Mean Girls movie. Like, but you are dumb because Kim has been feeding you BS and y'all been take me through there. Like, y'all been eating it up. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, oh, South Carolina's jealous. We're the show.
You have a 4-year and a 3-year that's been there this whole time, and none of y'all are a leader on a team. Like, that's bad. Like, before, like, nobody. No, it's nobody's team. It's everybody's team. It's not even fucking Kim's team because she don't even know what the fuck to do with it.
It's not even a team.
It's a collection of people trying to accomplish whatever the hell they're trying to accomplish, which is why every time we have this conversation, I keep asking you guys, what are they trying to accomplish? Because it doesn't look like a national championship to me.
It's not, though.
And that's why it's hard to pinpoint, okay, yeah, fix this, fix that. It's hard to do that because everything is awry. There's nothing that they're doing that's good. There's nothing that we can say, okay, yes, we know that they're going to do this. No, because we used to be able to say that about their rebounding. Okay, if we know LSU is going to do something, it's going to be rebound. That's what they're going to do. But you can't even say that anymore.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see if they're going to do another change up of the lineup because if so, boy,
I think they will.
Besides, go back to what it was, like actually change it up again.
But to me, what's the point of changing up the lineup if you're not clear on what you need to be doing?
Roles. Yeah.
You're just
moving furniture on the Titanic deck. Like, let's just rearrange furniture. Cool. Like, it's the Titanic deck. We going down. Like, what's the point?
Exactly. And the thing is, like, you don't have time to be doing all these fixes. You're in, like, you're 2 games in the hole. You're 2 games in the hole. You're finna play Georgia. Okay, you might get a win on Georgia, but then you turn around and play Texas and Oklahoma. So you don't have time to just be flipping and flopping and just, oh, well, this looks good. These 2 look together. What about this one? You don't have time for that.
I got back right in time. Did we see this page? Paige, appreciate you. As an LSU fan, I agree with everyone on this panel. Kim needs to put Flau'jae on the bench and stop making Flau'jae when she is not a leader.
Ooh, to be clear, I didn't really say that, but you know,
hey, I'm in agreement. I'm in agreement.
You're definitely in agreement.
But I've told y'all before, I'm not here to do anything to make LSU better. So do what y'all want. I don't care. But
yeah, the support, and I totally agree with that statement.
Man.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's Kim's masterpiece.
Roll with that then, y'all. She puts Flau'jae on the bench, then what? How's that gonna go?
Not good.
Like I said, I don't think
how's that gonna go from what standpoint?
How do you think
the
that
team, her mama,
the dynamics? How do you think her environment? Well, the dynamics, one, but more specifically, but she already told us that she lost her confidence when Kara didn't play her in the Olympics. What do you think that's going to do to her confidence at LSU?
That it's going to get nasty. Like we think it's been bad in there. No, it's going to get bad.
She threw her up under the bus yesterday. What did that do to her confidence? She didn't give a damn about her confidence yesterday. See, I mean, you can't care about her confidence sometimes.
But anyway, that takes me back to the exact conversation we were having when I was flaming everybody for how Flau'jae was handling the entire situation. It was ridiculous. Kara was not wrong. She was right. And people were saying, oh, I love how why are you yelling at Kara?
Actually, y'all know what might come of that if she were to bench Flage? What might? It's a diss track.
I'm not with
Man,
you.
we done.
Does she have
We
to bench
done.
her or just have her not start?
But why do you not have her start? I guess what are you accomplishing? I'm not clear.
I'm accomplishing putting two dogs on the floor. Jada and Fu Wiley. That's what I'm accomplishing. I like them two on the floor. I think their best chances when they have Rashard Fu Wiley. What's the kid name? The other Johnson, Zakiya Johnson.
I really like her.
Might join her because Cobalt is just not playable. It don't seem like. And then Michaela Williams. To me, that's their best shot at doing anything.
Now, and they're going to play all 40 minutes? They're playing all 40 minutes?
They got to play all 40 minutes. Flage, get up and get yours. Get up and get yours within those minutes.
So then, okay, with that,
I don't see...
Either we're not going to coddle Flage and we're going to be honest about where Flage is at in her basketball development, right? Or we're going to coddle Flage and fuck off the season. They got to make up their mind.
Well, you do, because when I came up here and said that here are all the reasons why Lawson was not wrong and why I thought Flage was out of line for everything she did, people were telling me, I mean, it took us a while. We eventually got there, but I had to do it because I was not understanding why the broader public was siding with Flage.
With the whole Duke thing?
Yeah, not even America. Well, and then specifically the Duke. Yeah, like I didn't feel like any of that was her, not even her place, because that sounds over. I just didn't feel like she was validated in you're validated in your feelings, but how, like, why are you having a whole like episode on YouTube about it? And why are people like, oh, I love, she's a dog. She's yelling at Kara on the side, like, yeah, let's clap it up. Why? What has she proven that validates that she should be acting that way towards anybody? And here we are. And then Kim got on her presser and was like, yeah, her confidence was really shaken from the summer in this, and this, but only to go on the press conference yesterday and back it up, beep, beep, poof, poof, over her players. So which one is it? Look, Lawson is not my favorite person, but what I said before is I thought it was ridiculous that everybody was piling on her for the Flage thing. That didn't make sense to me. There are a lot of reasons to get on Lawson, which, by the way, her team is winning and probably going to be in the top 25 soon. But I didn't understand why people were using it as a reason to punch up on Lawson, in my opinion. I thought it was ridiculous.
I told you why I did.
I know, and I disagree with you.
Don't drop your resume. Just be
quiet. But she was right, because her resume is still better than Flage's.
Social media and then got beat.
Her resume is still better than Flage's. Now what?
Neither one of them is good for USA basketball, though.
Well, I'd rather take Lawson right now than Flage. So,
yeah,
handle hard better. Okay, next.
What are we going to another game? Where are we going?
Y'all have more to say about this game. Go ahead if you do.
No.
I'm tapped out.
No, I don't have nothing else.
I guess where I get confused is still on the wanting dogs on the floor. Well, I guess it's fair to say you think higher of Lay than I do. So maybe that's where our disconnect happens, because I still don't. And it's not even a who's the better player conversation. It's just when Flaw is playing better, what she gives you versus not. And I think there's a way to work the rotation that is better. The problem, again, I just get back to their whole issue is roster construction. And quite frankly, Flage at this point should have just gone to the W last year. I think it's not really good for her what's happening right now. And I wonder what conversation they had, right? Because as she was evaluating whether she was going to go to the W or not, presumably, because Flage was the one that told us that she had a conversation with Kim. And if I remember correctly, loosely paraphrasing, it sounded like she told Kim what she needed from Kim in the system to come back. More like it was her leverage point. And so now I'm even more confused. I don't know.
Yeah, wasn't it like she said she was ready to be coached or something like that?
She made it sound like she was going to be put in certain roles that were going to prepare her for the W. That was my deduction off of what she said. But it sounded like Flaw was the one telling Kim, this is what I need. Like, she not demands per se, but like, here are the parameters. And then that's what had her come back, or like had her not enter the transfer portal.
Well, she entered the portal. She just didn't transfer.
Oh, is that how that happened? Okay. Yes.
From what I understand, she put her name in the portal. That was the leverage to get the more money.
Okay. Well, either way, right? Like, to your point, she didn't, there was it sounded like there was a conversation, which presumably there was an agreement, but Flage made it sound like these were the stipulations in which for me to come back to LSU, right?
Yeah, I think it was something like that.
Right. Like, that's the only way that would happen if she didn't transfer. So like, there had to have been an agreement and stipulations that were agreed to. Therefore, I'm confused now because what were those? Because it's now looking worse.
And then the other part is she also was like, yeah, she was coming back to win a championship. The way in which this roster was constructed,
it's not a championship roster.
So with all of this being said, how do they put her on the bench?
Look, highlights. Exactly. Maybe you and I've made it clear. I don't think that's why I don't understand.
It's not an option.
I mean, I'm not saying you said that, but
yeah. That's why I can't get around to putting her on the bench.
Like, if she started out by saying, in order for me to come back, I need XYZ, like, being on the bench, coming off the bench is not one of those we're sure of. So, yeah.
And then the other part about it is, okay, if Kim were to have the balls to do that, then I say, okay, well, Kim, why the heck does this roster look like this?
Correct.
If you got the balls to put her on the bench, why do they look like this? Why do they play like this?
Like, all this stuff should have been addressed a long time ago. And I've been telling y'all, I've been convinced Kim has known about her team, aka when she created her non-con schedule. And I think she just bullshitting y'all. That's why I stopped listening. I was like, you know what? I don't need to listen to any more lies that come out of Kim's mouth, because y'all be eating it up. And not y'all, but like maybe LSU fans and everybody else who, Lay is gonna be unleashed. She's gonna be unleashed. She's not gonna get pulled when she makes a mistake. She's gonna be off the leash. Okay.
Exactly.
Sure.
Like, it's very apparent when it comes to Moki. Moki knows how many games she has to win. She knows how many games she has to win in the season. She knows how far she needs to make it in the playoff. To dodge anyone at LSU looking at her sideways.
Even though she's 0-9 against top 12 teams.
Exactly.
Kentucky was one of the games that she had checked off as one. That
was
one of the ones that she had checked off.
And Vanderbilt.
Where she was going.
And Vanderbilt.
Them two got her fucked up right now.
Mm-hmm. It's just not a potential 1-in-4 hole. Is not not ideal.
And Georgia's looking like a trap game.
I don't know. Look, whatever. They can do whatever. At the end of the day, I don't think Kim has a lot of options. And therefore, to me, I almost said what Kim should do. Nope. Kim don't have a lot of options. That's all I know.
Yeah, the roster construction alone.
Money wisely then.
It's a sunk cost. They already spent the money.
Yep, it's already spent. The coin's been spent. So at this point, you gotta hope they do something. Kim gotta hope that whatever her and her assistants have concocted, this potion, they gotta hope that it's good enough.
All right. Where do we go next? Baylor, Iowa State? Where you gonna
go? Can we actually head over to Notre Dame? Since we're talking about
let's talk ACC energy, because I mean, listen, Duke handled Notre Dame.
Didn't I tell y'all?
Guess who wasn't in the presser?
I've been right a lot. And that was just Saturday. I told y'all about Baylor. I told you about Duke. Notre Dame. Oh man. Oh, I did. Didn't I also say they would not be in the top 25? But I hedged a little bit. I got conservative and I said, maybe let's take the full week. It didn't even take the full week. It took T-2 days and I was right.
Well, shit, they lost 2 games.
Yeah, but when I said it was Saturday. I said they're going to be unranked soon. But then I looked at their schedule. I said, okay, because you know the way the voters be voting.
I thought that they would win Sunday and keep them at around 23, 24, 25. I thought that they would win Sunday. They couldn't even do that.
I told you they wouldn't. I told you they were losing to Duke. I just didn't know they were going to get dropped out at 25 like that.
Definitely thought it was going to be like that between that North Carolina, Louisville, and UNC, UConn stretch. That's like, they're going to drop out because they're already low. So losing to North Carolina and then Louisville, that's going to knock you out because you're already in like 18, 20 something. So,
but you know, these voters have been they've been so fickle. So I thought they were just going to drop them down like to 20. My guess was after they lost to Duke, they'd be like 23. Then they would win against Boston College, I think is next. And that would keep them stable. And then they would lose again. And that would drop them out of the 25. But apparently the voters have woken up. Arise, awaken, voters. Thank you.
They said, let's just take them out now. Let's just take them out now. So we ain't got
to. Why wait? So I was right.
We already see it coming. So yeah, we ain't got to.
Never wrong, just early. That was interesting. Before we get on Notre Dame, I still am not all the way on Duke. In particular, Toby, something still doesn't look right with Toby. She I don't know if her shooting form is changing, mechanics. I don't know. Something about her just read very tentative and unsure. And maybe I never noticed it before, but at times I was looking at her like, you seem a little uncoordinated. I don't know. Did anybody pick up on that?
Girl, them free throws still don't look right to me.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe it just had been a while before I seen her shoot. I don't know. I mean, we played them, but apparently I was not paying attention. But it still didn't look quite right for me. But
never 50% from the free throw line.
Yeah. But nevertheless, maybe because when we played them, there was the whole Jaden Donovan thing. She's not playing. They put Riley in, so that looks better. They look more cohesive offensively. I still have problems with the way in which Hannah chooses to play the game of basketball as it relates to her teammates. I felt like what was funny in the first quarter is it was a close game, and it was close because I felt like Hannah was getting her teammates involved. And then as the game progressed, she stopped getting her teammates involved, and we arrive at the same conclusion eventually. I will say not having, which don't take this as no victory lap, but not having Olivia Miles and not having Sony and even Westbeld, I don't know. It just Sony, Westbeld, maybe them, Sony was probably the glue. I don't know, but you're seeing now like these people not there, not only from a skill set standpoint, but from a roles and responsibility standpoint and like basketball roles. Like it is more glaring. And I think just the fact that so many people are not there anymore, whether there's like KK Bransford who's on the bench or people who transferred away, but it just seems it's so glaring. Like this is more glaring than even her like freshman year to me. It's actually almost worse because there's no reason. Like it was working for you in the beginning of the game. You saw how Georgia Tech went. Cows, Co WLES, is that her name? Cowles or something like that. I thought she was doing all right, like compared to the Georgia Tech game. She was more involved early on. Sanchez, while still was a little shaky, like there were moments. Prosper was okay. Like basically they only play 6 people anyway, so I basically, and then you have Ayana. So it just felt like as the game progressed, it just was less and less Hannah passing, more and more Hannah shooting. She did tour dates too, didn't she?
Yes, 9 of 19.
Okay, September
not
19th.
That bad, but
not that bad, but not that great.
September 19th.
Hey, September 19th is wild work, bro. That's
what?
Wild work. Bro.
That's a prime tour date. That's that's like a
not a prime tour date.
A fall tour.
I'm not with you. I'm not. It could still be in an outside venue and everything.
Yeah, that's an outside venue. It's like right after Labor Day. Ain't nothing.
So to
Bring
be
a jacket.
clear, to be clear, they only have 6 players.
No. That's the other thing that I'm gonna have to look at Coach Ivy, because I get it. You KK is out. Okay, I understand that. But why are you still only playing 6 people? I get the whole
Did y'all warn Ivy about this on Saturday? Like
we did.
Like we had this
conversation, but let's have it again because she didn't hear us. So go ahead, Brittany.
Why are you only playing 6 people? Like KK Bransford's not playing because she's hurt, but like there's no way. Okay, these are the ones you trust. There's nobody else that on that roster that you are just like, hey, let me try throwing you in there because oh my gosh, and there's seniors.
Yes, and to me, but aren't they transfers? I don't think they're all from Notre Dame, but don't quote me on that. But to your point, Brittany, to me, it's not even a it's like lose the battle to win the war type of approach. Like, I feel like you got to take the long game. Like, at some point, Ivy, and depending on who you listen to up here at this panel, like, people are calling for your job. So, like, your only saving grace to me is to outperform in either the ACC tournament or the actual March Madness. And to me, running your quote-unquote best player into the ground now, and she was running around with a black eye underneath her eye for the Duke game. Like, it doesn't quite make sense to me. Like, I might as well, maybe they won't take Hannah out, but like drop into a zone, have other people play. Maybe while you're on the sideline, talk to your quote unquote better players that you want to put out there and perform. But it does seem like this isn't even a recipe that's going to be good for you unless we're just going National Player of the Year or bust. But at some point you got to be ranked in the top 25 to be eligible to be a National Player of the Year. So either way you cut it, like, this ain't good.
And that's the thing, though. Them dropping into a zone, it's like your zone defense isn't even good enough because you dropped in the zone against Georgia Tech. Once Georgia Tech figured that thing out, got you up on out of there.
Went for 33.
Exactly. You dropped into a zone on Ole Miss. Ole Miss got you up on out of there. You dropped into a zone on Duke at some point in this game. And Duke, that's when Duke started hitting more threes. And it was like, oh, let's get out of this. So it's like, even when you go zone, you're still, you still look bad.
Yeah, I don't even have an action plan for them. Like, I can't tell you what they should do besides play their other players. Because
so let me ask you this: without a true second creator, right? How sustainable is it to ask Hannah to be?
I disagree
superhero.
I disagree that there's not a second creator.
A true second creator. Who is it?
You don't think Ayana Moore can create?
What did you go get Ayana Moore for then?
Yeah, that's what Ayana Moore is.
Here's the thing. By now, Ayana should have showed up. That's all I'm saying. Here's the thing that I remember about. See, I watched their media day. And so what they promised on media day was that this was going to get active from the beginning. It ain't got active yet. So I'm like, hey, I don't know if Ayana is her or not. Y'all haven't unleashed her. What we waiting on?
Yeah, it's because I know there was something with Ayana at the beginning of the season. I don't know if it was because I know she was out for a game or something. Yeah, she was injured. So there's that. And I guess she was like, let's just bring her off the bench and keep her like that. Because she only started one game.
But you see glimpses of it. Either Duke or Georgia Tech, you saw glimpses of her like starting to get cooking, but then quickly would not go back to her, wouldn't feed her, or wouldn't, you know, like, I don't know. I see the problem. See, it's funny that we are talking. We just talked Kim.
Oh yeah, you got some explaining to do. Kiki Rice, LSU. We can't wait for you to come back either. A lot to talk about, big dog. We'll see you.
Oh,
I
like,
am
okay. Zo, wow. Hey Zo,
Keith, thank you for the support, fam.
Which one it was? Somebody did say something about Kiki though, but yeah.
Is the music off? I can never hear the music, so I don't know. Is the music still going on?
No
okay,
music. Go ahead.
You didn't do music. I was waiting for the. Okay.
Yeah, that
exactly.
Here we go. We appreciate the support, fam. Go ahead.
Okay, got it. That's how I know my cue, because I'm like, okay, if I hear that, then I'll just wait. But you were saying you listened to the media day. Maybe that was it. Yes. That was the point you were making.
And they were threatening us with a good time.
Who?
Hannah.
A good time out of the top 25?
Told us that wait till they get this shooter, and you know who we talking about. I ain't gonna say no names. We just added her. Remember? Well.
Yeah, Ayanna Moore was kind of late to the portal party. Okay. Well, nevertheless, here we are. Even if this goes back to the Kim. Oh, that's what I was saying. This is ironic that we were just having this Kim conversation, because to me, it still comes back to leadership is at the head coach level, especially in college. And just like your roster construction, and there's a lot of discussions going on the internet now about who was or wasn't supposed to be there. But I can tell you wouldn't have had all these issues if half your squad didn't transfer. And why did they transfer? They transferred because of what exactly is transpiring. You're only going 6 deep. You have other people that you could play. You're not playing them. You're sometimes sharing the ball, sometimes not sharing the ball. And then it's giving very like Caitlin Clark, but with a better team around. Well, better, maybe more talented people. Let's not call it a better team. Where it's like, why is this the only way you know how to play basketball? Like, pass the ball, set people up, like draw the defense to you, kick it. Like these are pretty simple basketball skill sets that, like, this is nothing novel. This is nothing like unique. Like, do the things that everybody else has done when everybody runs at you and tries to shut down one player. Like, we don't know how to break box and ones. We don't know how to break man to man where they put like, you know what I mean? Huh? All her teammates got to get it out the net. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And it's not out the net. It's off the side of the backboard.
Yep. And it's unfortunate because the thing about this game is this game wasn't like, it wasn't like Duke pulled away and it was completely out of reach. There was plenty of opportunities for Notre Dame to get back in this game. I think they cut it down to like 10 at one point. In like the third quarter. And then it's just, yeah, and then it just, all the work that you did just kind of went away. Yeah, but there was plenty of times for Notre Dame to actually get back in this game and actually like fork Duke to beat you. Because I don't even think Duke played good, but it wasn't like it was something spectacular. It wasn't like
wow, Duke didn't like play well enough that I'm like, oh yeah, exactly. Duke is awesome now. No.
Exactly, because there were times when...
Was it something that they did specifically to stop Notre Dame's momentum every time that you saw consistently, or was it something different?
I mean, they were playing solid defense, right? And then they were converting at times offensively. I think they were rebounding. What was the rebounding margin? Let me see.
Duke won by 8. 39-31.
Which is funny because with all them shorties running around literally on the Fighting Irish, I would expect a little bit better of a rebounding margin.
That, and then they also kept Notre Dame out of scoring fast break points. Kept them out of fast break.
Yeah.
Duke won that margin 19-4.
Turnovers, Notre Dame had 16, Duke had 11. Like, not that different. The assists, Duke had more assists, but 19-12. Like, maybe personal fouls, 16. Well, damn, you only play 6 people. 16 Notre Dame to 8
Rage
for
bait,
Duke.
rage bait, don't do it.
What's rage bait? Me?
Don't read it, commish.
Oh, okay. I'm not gonna read
it.
I'm not gonna do it. So yeah, we're not doing that.
Oh goodness.
We already moved past. We are currently talking about Notre Dame and Duke.
Have to some another day.
Yeah, not today. So yeah, to me, it didn't feel like Duke was doing anything besides Duke themselves just playing more cohesive basketball and being more in tune with one another. Clearly they went to the woods and did their trust falls. So kudos to them on that. But outside of that, I don't think Duke was like shooting lights out or anything in particular.
Not at all. Like I said, they made me open one eye, and that is like.
I was just about to say that win didn't really wake us up on Duke. Like,
actually, Mar played better, but Mar also has been playing better of recent. I think she's actually been their most consistent player this year. Even in the losses, I felt like she gave good energy, good effort, or better energy, better effort than the collective. So there's nothing in particular there to me.
But what I also say about Duke, you're not gonna wake me up until you played Louisville in November. Then February. You beat them, okay. Well, I'll rethink. I'll go back and look. Y'all might have changed your ways.
What's the biggest gap Notre Dame got right now, y'all?
D, all of the above.
Once again, it's not one thing. Is she really only gonna play these 6 players, or is she gonna play 7 when what's her name is? Because I'm still blown by
KK is injury prone, and not to be disrespectful, but she's been injury prone her entire career. You cannot rely on her when she gets back, and you rely on her to come back. She got a big old brace on her leg. I don't know the timeline of when she is even coming back. If she's coming back, she's been injury prone. Like, you cannot put that load on her to carry at that moment in time. So, like, you got to figure out the rest of your bench, to me.
Literally. She needs to figure out what 1 or 2 people that you can insert, and what 1 or 2 people do you think, if you put them with a correct lineup, can they tread water?
So wait, Notre Dame don't got no talent on their bench?
They only playing 6 players, is it?
So we wouldn't be able to see. We wouldn't be able to see either way if they did.
Don't they have another good recruiting class coming in next season?
Yeah, but that's a bunch of fresh. So now we're gonna rely on a bunch of freshmen with Hannah.
What I meant by that is you got a bench and you're not even playing what you have, so you don't even know what you have. And now you got this another recruit coming in. Here we are again. Like, everybody gonna leave again?
Well, let's just say she has 8 people that will be gone next season. 8 on this roster will not be back because they're all graduating.
Upper class, okay.
You got 8 seniors, so that's the other part. Like, you got all these seniors on your roster, and I haven't seen you play one.
Wow. So look, I mean, they tried to do Hannah and the Nerds, that didn't work. Like they did Juju and the Nerds. So I mean, what else? What else we gonna do?
No. They did not try to do Hannah and the Nerds like they tried to do Juju and the Nerds. Well, for a ton of reasons. One,
you don't think so? Last season it was Hannah and the Nerds. All those upperclassmen.
No. And just because they're upperclassmen don't make them nerds.
Oh yeah, they was nerds to me because they was like graduates and everything. It was like
that don't make them.
That don't. No, because you still had and also last season. You still had Westfield last season.
You had Miles.
You had look at Miles. No,
they're not the nerds. I wasn't calling them the nerds. Not Citron and Westfield.
The rest of them, well, we didn't see the rest of them.
Correct, because they did the same thing.
Exactly.
Y'all think
you had King over there? Who else?
I don't know.
I'm
Honestly.
forgetting somebody.
Yeah, I don't recall nobody after King. I don't recall her playing a whole bunch of people last year. But this year,
the black girl. What was her name?
Miles is who I was missing. Miles is who I was missing.
But the black girl who was on the Sparks on a training camp contract.
Yeah, was that King?
Oh, that was Liatu King. Duh.
Yeah. So like, yeah, she now with what Notre Dame has going on, she is now forced to play her bench, forced to figure it out. Because if not, I don't know how you confidently look at
she better put the unemployment app on her phone.
Yeah. I don't know how you confidently look at your AD and say, yeah, I think I will be able to lead this team with a bunch of freshmen.
Emma, that was the other girl. Thank you, Emma Reese. Thank you.
And Hannah, because if anything, and you really can't tell Hannah nothing now. You're really not going to be able to tell her anything with a bunch of freshmen.
Why? Yeah. Why? I would be there telling Hannah everything. Hannah, you can't tell me a me, as Bubba would say. But listen, what can you tell me? You ain't won shit.
That's
it ain't nothing you can
tell
me. Again. It ain't nothing you can tell me. You ain't won shit.
Look, and then my best friend to be like, go ahead and find yourself in a portal.
Listen, this would be the year to do it. And this is actually what I was trying to say is I don't care if their team is not talented enough. This would be the year to actually do the foundational build. Hannah, y'all
being nice.
True. No, I'm not being nice. I'm being very honest.
You know what the problem is here? The problem is Noelle Ivy look like she's sleeping in a Hannah t-shirt. That's the problem. She got to stop being Hannah's best number one fan and get to being the coach in this situation.
I don't know.
She walk around like she got a Hannah jersey on every day. Man, come on, man. Listen, she knew what was showing back up at Notre Dame, and she showed her ass up with just that. She knew what was coming back. Hannah sitting up in there talking back and forth like she was about to suit up. It wasn't going like that. Hell no.
This would be the year that I personally would be putting the foundation together for next year. Now, I have problems with you relying solely on freshmen, but maybe you'll have the Fab Five. So okay, sure, whatever. And maybe you'll get some really key transfers questions. But I would be putting a system in place that looks like people want to be here. Because right now you're accomplishing a whole bunch of nothing. Hannah ain't gonna get no National Player of the Year. You're gonna end up, people are gonna end up transferring, and then people don't want to come. So like you're just starting over every year with no continuity.
Wait a minute. You say they did all this and Hannah ain't even the National Player of the Year right now?
I've been saying that.
Not.
Oh no.
Absolutely not.
You gonna get a tap on the shoulder. We're gonna get a tap on Ivy finna get a tap on the shoulder now. Come on. All right. Well then what is this all for nothing then?
I'm trying to understand
a
what
wasted
you're accomplishing.
Season.
Yeah, I don't know what I guess she's the steals leader. Congrats. You guys keep telling me those 16 steals against Chicago State were so impressive. Okay. Whatever.
Okay, is that gonna get her DPOY this year?
No.
Conversation. I'll
try to put her in it, but for like the ACC.
Look at them. They can't break the press. Look at this.
Another team that can't break the press? Ooh.
Minnesota. I just turned it on. It's a 2-point game. They're up 2 points and just got a 10-second violation. Yeah, Notre Dame's in trouble. I would change course if I were Ivy, like immediately, because she's not going to get, by the way, there's nothing that's going to, you can still get DPOY in theory by sharing the ball. That don't stop you from getting DPOY.
Oh, I agree.
So you can still be DPOY or whatever other BS. I would be trying to look like an organization that I can recruit people to want to come to. That to me is more important because this year is meh. So might as well make it look good and dandy and everybody's kumbaya, loves each other. What an awesome place to be. Touchdown Jesus. You might as well make it look good. Put some lipstick on a pig, dress it up.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Make it look
No,
cute.
thank you.
But Hannah just eating by herself and everybody else is chopped liver. Like, that's not, and I guess Notre Dame can have money, but they already skipped out on their Pop-Tart bowl, so they probably want to send all their money to the football team again. So
Absolutely.
watch out.
They got some stuff going on over there with the football team, so they don't mind getting ready to spend some more money over there. They're already mad.
Yeah. So I would be making it look like I can build a sustainable program that attracts people. So I would change course and try to have more people off your bench. Hannah and I would be having constant conversations. Hannah would be enrolling in a leadership course called I don't know, Leading Through Christ or whatever they got there in Notre Dame.
Look, tell her she can lead team Bible study.
Right. Community service, leadership. I don't know. We got to start instituting your leadership capabilities and skill sets because we got to fix this. And I'm all here for being passionate and stuff, but you got to work with people on a team. Leading through teams. Maybe that's a course or something like that. Leading through others.
That's crazy work. Me.
I'm not lying.
Sorry. That's all it is. Me. I.
Well, because the other thing is, like, you really don't have a choice. Coming in, nobody expected them. This is for Ivy. This is nobody expected y'all to win anyway this year. So
I sure didn't. That when we had these preseason conversations, I never said anything about Notre Dame.
I don't think anyone did for real.
No. Well, Auntie asked us about it. I don't know if she felt that way, but she
the hype was
us.
Duke, right? In the ACC?
Yeah, which we were wrong. And I've eaten crow about that many a times. I'm on the
they can prove us wrong. They still have time.
That's what I said. I said the irony is they could still win, but I'm on Louisville.
Oh yes, absolutely. My eyes are closed on Duke. One eye open, halfway open.
Hannah spent half the summer with her teammate, the other half with her best friend, and you ain't do nothing with this girl that you spent your teammate Prosper. Like,
no,
what
she was with
do?
Prosper. It was her the day that everybody hit the portal. It was her and Prosper in the gym. It was only the two of them.
Doing what?
And then Sony
pictures
Sony
and
was
talking
doing
to her best friend.
Sony was doing workouts with them. So, but Sony had already declared for the W and had gotten drafted, or maybe it was before. Anyway, but Sony was gone basically. But the three of them were in the gym doing the workouts.
And what does that look like now? Like, I don't even think she has faith in her for real.
Who? Prosper?
And yes.
Prosper isn't Prosper their second leading scorer?
I think so.
She probably is. Yeah, because Prosper's had like a couple 20-point games.
She started off slow. We need Let
me see. Prosper is their second leading scorer at 16.
16, that's not bad.
Mm-hmm.
That's definitely not.
But I mean, you're still losing. So you might as well lose with other people on your team feeling better. That's all I know.
Yes. We lose together as friends.
Not lose together. Let me work on my passing ability. Let me start getting ready for the W, because that's going to be her challenge. If she gets not only her size, but I think that's the other question is, can you operate within a system? So start figuring out a system that doesn't look like it's Hannah or bust.
Look, they need to be like High School Musical and say, we're all in this together. That's what I need to do.
I don't even know. Some people can really fix their mouth.
Or bust even work in today's basketball? Does or bust even work in today's hoops?
What have I been saying for the past? Every time we have this, I say no. That's why it doesn't work. No. I answered this on Saturday. It doesn't work.
So why are ADs still approving this shit?
ADs are not approving this shit. Well, they're kind of, but they're not. One, no one goes to their AD and is like, can I be Hannah or bust? But they're getting the notoriety, they're getting the publications, they're getting the, you know, click share, mind share, whatever, engagement share, selling tickets, that type of thing. So that's
Yep, and as long as they got that one player that put the butts in the seat, they don't care.
Well, it depends if your AD cares about you winning championships or not. So
True, but I only think the good ones, like the ones that already have like the pedigree, the schools that already have the pedigree,
the ones that actually invest in W's,
yeah,
women's basketball or women's programs and things like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think those are the only ones that care. The rest of them are like, hey, I just need to put butts in seats. All right.
Okay. Anything else about Duke Notre Dame?
No.
Where are we going next? Baylor, Iowa State, Stanford, North Carolina.
Well, can we do TCU?
Oh, TCU, that's another good one. Let's go.
Yeah, because while we're on the subject,
of what or bust that, because that's what I thought we were talking about. So I wanted to make sure we wasn't.
Yeah.
No. Who's the or bus over here? Talk to me.
Well,
yeah, meanwhile in Columbia,
I think Notre Dame in general, including previous individuals who were at Notre Dame, just had a very tough weekend. Olivia, while in some spaces folks would say, see, she was justified in leaving, I also think what you're doing at TCU, while you're getting triple doubles, that's cute, that's whatever, I'm gonna call a thing. It looks like you're highlight stacking. You went to TCU to create highlights, because why are you almost losing? You and BYU were in a tussle. You just don't want to see the Mormons no more, because then you go to overtime and lose to Utah. Yes, I understand she had 30 plus points, but her defense was atrocious. It's giving HVL.
Okay, keep going.
It's giving HVL. You were literally ole for Utah. It was bad. Everything that was good offensively was bad defensively, like to the same degree. That's a problem. The other issue that I have, speaking of leadership, I have some questions. I saw O'Miles throw a tantrum when she did not get the ball, which I understand. You wanted the ball. The player that, I don't remember if it was Silva or Suarez or somebody, Marta, I don't know. But whoever didn't give you the ball literally immediately threw the ball into the out of bounds area. But the fact that I could see you jumping up and down, literally in a circle and twirling, and because you didn't get the ball, and then walking down the court and cussing and saying, give me the fucking ball, was caught on TV. What are you doing?
And then here's the crazy part about it. You show your teammate up, and then you have an opportunity to ice the game, and you missed it.
Exactly. That's where I was going. Exactly.
Oh my God.
You had a whole tantrum, and then you also helped contribute to the loss too, because also in that overtime, there were too many times you were going to the bucket and you would miss, or your defense was lacking, or you would put them on the free throw line in critical moments. So like, I don't like that neither. And I don't know if the solution is everybody should have figured it out at Notre Dame. In theory, I think Olivia Miles she'll come out quote unquote on top, because we know how these GMs do. They don't really watch these games. They just look at box scores. But I'm not seeing improvement in my mind versus what I saw you do at Notre Dame. You're just not being held accountable. And I think that's a problem too. So you don't get to skate scot-free on this one neither, Miles.
All I know is I would love to see her share with a teammate like that on the next level. Throwing a temper tantrum at your teammate like that on the court, like whatever happened on the court, whatever, bad pass, turnover, whatever. But you don't show up your teammate like that. Stuff like that. All right, once we get off this floor, we're gonna have to talk as teammates in the back. Cause stuff like that don't even help your team morale. Like, cause who the fuck do you think you are? And then for you to go and miss the game-winning free throw, which would never hear the end for me. Never. Like, I don't care. And then to shoot 3 for 12.
Oh yeah, that's another hidden. Is that another hidden? I need to make sure all my tour date people, I call them out. Was that was a tour? I mean, she scored a lot, but wasn't that a hidden tour date? Hold on.
Oh yeah. Well, from the field overall, she was 50%, 12-24, but 3 for 12 from 3.
Okay, that's it. Yes.
Suarez was 8 of 21, 4 for 13 from 3.
Also, like, why are you shooting? I don't.
Yep. Go ahead.
Why?
Just ducking it.
Why are you just shooting? Why are you shooting that many threes as a point? I just don't like my point guard shooting that many shots. Like, there's just no way around it. I have a very hard time. I don't understand.
Well, we talked about this. She doesn't.
You had 33% of your team's field goals yourself. Yep. One person.
We talked about this. She went and found her jump shot, and she will always continue to just let it fly. When it's like, I get it. You learn how to shoot well from 3. That's something you've learned over your time doing rehab. But you don't need to keep showing us that you can shoot a 3. We know.
I mean, Suarez had a not great game.
What was did Miles get to the free throw line, Olivia?
Yes, because she missed at the end, remember?
No, like what was her percentage? Like, was it 1 for
she was 4 for 6. So 66, 67.
Wow.
Yeah, this is look, the Mormons had a crazy
The Mormons had a feast off of
they was taking
everybody
out.
So yeah, let's not be a grad transfer and be showing up your teammates. Like, I don't like that.
Absolutely.
So at the end of the day, all them 6'7s didn't mean too much, huh?
Oh, while we're on the topic,
hey, yeah,
Silva, not impressed. Doesn't do it for me. No, thank you. Not impressed. Not impressed. Granted, she's a sophomore, but still, yeah, no. It didn't do it for me.
He got another one. He got a bunch of them. It's a lot of 6'7s. So they ain't doing a me ta. That's Bubba Dub would say. Not a me ta. They ain't doing nothing over there.
The other part about his 6'7s, I think his 6'7s are they don't want to be 6'7. They want to be
shooters.
They don't want to be.
Hey, when did Kenny become the point guard whisperer?
Kenny who?
Kenny Brooks.
Why are we talking about Kenny? Why are we talking about Kenny?
Because I just heard them say that Kenny Brooks the point guard whisperer, and I was like, he's the point guard whisperer.
Just because
where, when, in the chat? In the chat?
No. It flew. It came up on my socials.
His player did say that. Tony laughed and said that though. Okay. Well, I think she said y'all call him or they call him the point guard.
They said it on Space.
That man has only had
Sports Center. Go ahead.
One point guard and another that he currently got because Nell decided to retire. So I don't know when 2 became a trend line, but okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to throw us off with that. It caught
me
off
you
guard.
sure did.
Point guard whisperer. What? It threw me off. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, besides Georgia, who everybody, you know what? Let me stop. I'm trying to be nice. Who has yet to play in the W, so we don't know what she actually looks like. I understand she's coming off an injury, but we do not know what she looks like. I'm not saying Georgia, like, she has skills, but, like, short point guards don't last in the W forever. So, yes, he does have recruits.
Tioni Key.
We'll see. Yeah, and prayers up to Tioni. That sucks.
Anything else on TCU now?
What's Maddie Shear doing?
Oh, girl, I don't know. I don't know what she was doing for 37 minutes, girl. She was getting no cardio in.
You don't know what she was doing. The only thing else that have been worse if you'd have said 37 American minutes.
Yeah. 0 American points in the 37 American minutes.
Yikes.
Like, homegirl didn't even attempt a free throw. Like, 1 rebound, 3 assists, a turnover, 2 steals. Girl, what was you doing all night?
Any day you have more personal fouls than points is a problem.
Yep, she had 2. Well, in her defense, she did have 2 teammates that shot the ball 45 times. 45 between 2.
But she still got 5 up.
True, and all of them were 3s. She said,
that's the only way she was getting the ball.
Exactly. She said, I got to take it or leave it because I don't know if I'm going to get the ball back.
Yeah, I don't. She had some injury too, right? She injured one of these years.
So.
Wasn't Maddie with Pow Pow? She was that class, right?
Yes, she was that. Yeah, this her last stop. She ain't got no more. She ain't got no more stops.
So was she hurt twice? Cause shouldn't she have went to the Dove?
I don't know. I know she was at.
Let me look at her bio. It said she was at Oregon for 2 seasons, then in Kentucky for 2 seasons, and then just transferred over to TCU.
This her last stop. So, girl, you
no. So she was hurt 2024 to 2020. So she didn't play 2024 to 2025 because there's a gap.
Yeah. So then, this the last stop, girl. You can't be putting up goose eggs now. You trying to play on the next level? Tell Olivia pass you the ball, girl. Tell Olivia do her job and pass you the ball.
I don't even know. And that, to be honest, we just went on Kim. We went in on Ivy.
How many players he play?
He plays more. It's less about but I think I don't think he's a bad coach, but I do think he should be getting more heat for these cupcakes he keeps scheduling. And at the end of the day, what are we getting from it? He's getting other people's kids and then like producing. I don't know. It feels very like, never mind. I was going to diss an organism. Anyway, feels very highlight culture to me. Like, I'm not quite sure we're actually getting meaningful basketball. Like I always say, this feels like Last Chance U. This is like a non-denominational church. Come as you are. You know, come with your donuts and coffee and come sit down. You know, it feels very
like we're a family over here.
Yeah, bring your tambourine and your whatever you want to play, and we'll just all be here together. You know, I don't know. Mark doesn't quite do it for me from an X's and O's standpoint. And I think he runs from, this is what, his second year now, TCU. I'm gonna excuse his first year because he didn't have no players. He had to go get them off the volleyball squad. Everybody got hurt. But I mean, that big that got dunked on, I don't think there was much development. We saw what happened when, was it Texas who they lost to last tournament? Just literally had to get sat, like could not operate, like, what are we doing?
You can't just be big. You got to be big and be able
to and then now you see Silva. It's like, what exactly is happening here? And then the people don't either, they haven't stayed long enough, or they, you know, I just feel like he's getting a lot of like pub and we don't actually know. Now, here's the pro. Big 12 is looking slightly better than what I thought at the beginning of the season. So we gonna see here. Baylor, thank God, is figured something out, which we're gonna talk about in a second. You got Audie in them. You got whatever 7-foot oneer that may or may not play. We're gonna see. But regardless, Texas Tech themselves are solid. Arizona State's coming on. Like now there's actually truly more competition in the Big 12 than I originally thought. We gonna see. Y'all want to move to Baylor? You have anything else for TCU?
Yes. I think we should move to Baylor because I think Baylor did something that not everyone should try to repeat.
Well, do tell. Go ahead and start us off then.
When I first turned on that Baylor game and I saw what Baylor was doing in terms of how they were defending Audi, I was
The first
like,
half or the second half? Which one? Because it was different.
They really hit it second half. Second half was like OD when how they were doing it. I was like, bro, she's not coming out at all. Like the big's not like she was barely even coming to the free throw line.
Yeah, explain to the people what was happening.
Okay, so what Baylor decided to do.
Oh, sorry. Let me also call this out because we had a request to explain why Audie was being played the way she was and why people couldn't figure something else out. So this is a good game to showcase what happened first half and second half with Baylor. So anyway, go ahead, keep going, Brittany.
Absolutely. This was a unique form of junk defense. This is one that I've seen coaches decide to not fully commit to stepping out and contesting like a poor 3-point shooter. For some teams, they'll say, "Hey, if they have a really good big, we're gonna leave her out there, let her shoot the three. If the guard makes it, then so what? Who cares? But she doesn't shoot them well enough, so we don't care." But so for this, they did something similar. But what Baylor decided to do, they put Fauntleroy. They put Fauntleroy at the free throw line at first. Because she was guarding Jada Williams. Jada Williams doesn't shoot a bunch of threes. And so what Baylor was okay with doing.
Normally, she doesn't shoot a lot of threes.
Exactly. Normally. Yesterday, she had no choice but to shoot a couple of them. But so Baylor said, "Hey, Jada, we're going to let you shoot the three. We don't care because we don't want you. We just don't want Audie to get the ball at all." So they knew that what they couldn't do, they couldn't just, tell their big to just, just front her and we'll have like backside help. Like they'll be there. No, because they'll just throw it over the top if that help doesn't come over fast enough. So they literally told Fauntleroy, like, "Hey, you are going to sit in front of Audie. And whoever's guarding Audie, you get in the back. So there's no way that the guard can float this ball over. There's no way. There's no space." And at one point in the game, that joint was like working, in part because Iowa State hadn't figured out, like, hey, from Jada's perspective, it's like, hey, I'm the point guard. I'm not supposed to be just putting up a bunch of shots. That's not what I'm supposed to be doing. My job is to make sure that I get everyone involved. And I specifically get the ball to Audie. And so for her, by the time like she would come down the floor, nobody's guarding her at all. So it's like, all right, I don't like, am I supposed to jack this? Like, am I supposed to shoot this? Like my feet aren't set, nothing. Like this is weird. And a couple of times she passed up on it most of the time in the second quarter. Come the third quarter, she started like, okay, yeah, I need to get in rhythm and be prepared to shoot this shot. So come the third quarter, she got into a bit of a rhythm. It's like, okay, cool, you're not going to guard me. Let me make sure that I pass this ball out to one of my other guards or whoever else is on the perimeter. And when that ball comes back over to me, now I can go ahead and shoot a set shot. That's a warm-up shot, like you do in warm-ups. And like I think Jada did well adjusting to how Baylor was guarding Audie in this second half. She actually ended up hitting that 3-point shot off of an offensive rebound that ended up tying the game. But in the last couple seconds, for Baylor's last possession, Talia Scott ends up in the pick and roll with Audie. She gets enough space because the bigs all night for Iowa State was in drop. She's coming downhill, sees the space in between her and Audie. Let me just go ahead and just put this up. One thing that I did not like for Iowa State's final possession is that they went back to doing what they got away from in to start the third quarter. It's like, hey, Baylor's saying we're not letting you get the ball into Audie. So why on your last play did you draw it up like, yeah, we're gonna throw this ball into Audie, thinking that that no one else was gonna come. Because literally on the pass, Talia Scott came off the corner and just got the ball, so they didn't even get an opportunity to get a shot up. I was like, okay, that's kind of what you...
Yeah. I have a couple reactions. So for documentation purposes, Jada Williams shot 11 for 28 overall, went 6 for 17 from 3. I do think they let her bait. I think she let them bait her into shooting more threes than she should have, in my opinion.
Yeah, especially in that second quarter. I was like, girl, you don't have to let that go. You looking confused. This ain't set. You just throwing this up. Don't shoot that. You can get a 1 dribble pull up. Go get you something in the mid range. It's there.
Right. 1. And then 2, I also thought in the elite, maybe it was just the first quarter, but they were trying to guard. I think it was the first half. From my vantage point, it looked like they didn't do the junk, or they did it
they didn't.
Yeah, they did it very sparingly, but they did it way more in the second half. I did tell y'all that Johnny, watch out for her, because as a previous coach in the SEC who has to deal with a lot of bigs, she might have something for them, right? Defensively, which clearly they did. I'd have to go and see if Baylor's played Audie like that in the past, but it didn't feel like they have. So I felt like that was a wrinkle they did the second half, or they did it really sparingly. They tried to like double her a couple times in the first half. But that one-on-one I thought that was my question, is like, did they have enough bigs who could deal with Audie one-on-one? And didn't Audie have like 20 or 22 points?
She had 26, but I don't think she scored in the fourth quarter. I think all those 26 came from like the first 3 quarters.
Okay, but I think she had 20 or 22 going into the half.
Yeah.
So she didn't get a lot of her points basically in the second half, regardless of, So they did a really good job. And then, because Abraham and Johnson were guarding Audie a lot in the first half and got in foul trouble. So they were trying the one-on-one. It wasn't working. And I think in the second half, I don't know if they did it because of bodies or what, but they clearly shut that down. I mean, all things considered, Iowa State only lost by 2. So like they still were able to sustain without Audie getting the ball in the second half. But it did junk it up for them. And I think they were less efficient. And also Baylor, to me, because Talia Scott, that's my other tour date. I knew it was here somewhere. 6 for 24. A nice summer date, if you will. A nice summer concert in the park.
I'm not doing that with you. A pre Independence Day jam.
A little Juneteenth action, if you will. A little Juneteenth jubilee. So yeah, she's my other tour date. I knew it was here. Granted, she hit a clutch shot. I'm not gonna lie to you, but girl, 6 for 24. Ugh. But Baylor shot horribly. They were 38% for the game. So I think in some ways I'm like, I mean, the goal is to win. They won. Congratulations. But it's like, I don't know. You did all that junk. You held Audie, which was great, but you still really weren't able to like put your stamp on the game, but you won. So congratulations. It's like, I don't know what happens the next time you guys meet, because presumably they'll scheme for that, or people will shoot better, or they'll get the ball in the hands of their shooters a little bit more. Audie, went ghost. 1 for 7. That's not even a tour date. What is that? That's Sabrina. That's like Sabrina levels. 1 for 7 is just, that's not going to cut it.
Brown, 2 points.
Yeah, especially another had more personal fouls than points, especially when a team is doubling. The thing that's kind of crazy is like Addie's been doing really, or Addie, excuse me, has been doing really well this year, I think, to this point. Because even the game where Addie was out for her concussion after Iowa, you know, it was pretty good. But yeah, I think Baylor was just able to make it hard for Audie because she was like 7 for 8 or something. Like it was high efficiency going into the half. And then just wasn't able to kind of convert in the second half. So they did their job. They junked it up. They made it difficult. Resulted in Jada shooting 17 threes. So, you know, we'll see kind of other people employ that. What I did like, though, is that they did that kind of sandwich approach. They had a fronter and someone in the back. But I'm sure they'll work on how to solve that for Iowa State because that's not going to be the last time you see it. And then on the Baylor side, I called out Little Paige Bugs. I said, where are you? She showed up this game, had 20 rebounds, 13 points, but at least was 6 for 9. So she was efficient. And even Little Paige Bugs was getting in on the Audie defense as well, too. So overall, okay. I think they might be working something out. Like I felt like Yuting Dang when she was in, I felt like she was in. It felt like they're trying to work out like when she's in, when she's not. But I do think her and Scott are good floor spacers. So if they could get them into games a little bit more, I also think Dang probably could have gotten a few more shots. She went 4 for 8. Feels like she probably could have taken some of Talia Scott's shots a little bit more, but you know, that's just me.
Oh no, yeah. What truly saved Baylor was their rebounding. They were on the offensive boards and also
making they were
sure,
clanking everything.
Exactly. That's the other part. And then also making sure that okay, if you're gonna do this whole thing, this junk defense with Audie, you need to make sure you get the rebound. You have to get it. And I think the bigs did a good job of getting those in Little Paige Bugs. Like from tip, she was in a rhythm. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, Little Paige Bugs said she here to play today.
Yeah, she came to play. So good for her.
Yeah.
But I called her out on Saturday. I said, where are you?
Yeah. I wouldn't tell look, anybody else that tries this, I think what made this junk defense successful to an extent is the fact that first off, Johnson was able to stay out of foul trouble. She only picked up 1 foul. It was Abraham that was struggling.
Yeah, every time she was coming down, I said, "Girl, these are fouls. Like these are so clearly fouls." Yeah.
And then Fauntleroy was the activity from those 2 or those 3, Johnson, Fauntleroy, and Abraham, were the reasons why this worked. I think they have they're pretty tall, pretty long wingspans.
Yeah.
So
and they're because remember we've been saying, right, like the irony that all these fat phobia people have about Audie. I don't know why y'all are so concerned, but anyway, is that it takes really athletic people to guard Audie, and they had enough athleticism with their height and like you said, foot speed, that they were able to make it work.
And then the other fact is that on the other side, they were also able to make Audie work because they had to stretch the floor. Between stretching the floor and then just like, hey, all right, we're gonna, whoever the big is, we're gonna do some pick and rolls, and the bigs were in drop most of the day, so they didn't just get to chill out in the paint. So they made sure that the bigs got their work on the other end too. So like ain't nobody got time to be doing all that. All right, I'm fighting down here to get through 2 people, and then on the other end I gotta come out here and I gotta make sure that I'm coming out to the perimeter. Because Johnson hit 3 threes.
So that was that was gonna be my question. Sorry. Was it more Baylor's defense on Miss Audie, or was it her not being more efficient and or I want to
Who's
say
her?
Audie Crooks.
Oh no, that's not
I
the
don't think it
her who
was.
I thought you were referring to. Okay, I'm glad I asked. If those are the options, then it's the defense.
Yeah, then it's the defense, because the other part about it is Baylor did just enough, but
Correct.
with them deploying this, like the OD of it, so late in the game, I think it was good to where, okay, Jada didn't have a rhythm in the first half, because had Jada had a rhythm in the first half, then they probably would have got shot up out of that thing.
Or in general, no one from Iowa State really shot well.
Exactly.
From 3, right? Because the other person I thought would have killed them with this was Jackson. She's the one who hit that 3 at the end of the Kansas game, which I also want to talk about that because that relates to this game. She went 2 for 6 from 3. Addie Brown should have been the one. She went, like we said, 1 for 7 overall, but 0 for 1 from 3. And then was it Hare or Jackson who hit it? Maybe it was Hare. Whatever.
Hare is the one against Kansas.
Okay, so Hare hit it against Kansas. She went 1 for 2. She should have shot more, but that's a whole nother.
I think what they should have ended up doing was probably like, okay, Jada, you pass this up. We're gonna go use you as a screener.
Correct.
Somewhere else. That's what they should have did. Just use her as a screener. And I don't think they thought about doing that until by that point. Well, I don't think they thought of doing that. No,
they didn't do it at all.
Yeah, they didn't do it. I'm pretty sure if anyone else uses this, that's what they're going to do. The game plan against it is going to go use Jada or whoever the point guard is, because that's who they're going to be playing off of. You go screen for somebody else.
The other thing I will say, who I thought you were going to say high life was Jada or even Addie Brown, right? But the other thing I will say is when this happened, I remember being like, Audie, you shouldn't have done that. At the end of the Kansas game, because they hit the shot, they interviewed her on SportsCenter or something like that. I don't know if it was Rebecca Lobo or somebody else, but I think it was Lobo. Anyway, they asked her about was that the play that you guys drew up at the end of the game? And she said, oh, no, that wasn't it. And she's like, I don't know if I really should be telling you guys this. And then proceeded to tell what the play drawn up was.
Yeah.
Ironic enough, it's the play they ran. And I remember this is why I'm like, don't ever, like, I get it, like, stuff's on film, but to me, you should never share that because, like, then people know what you're trying, you know what I mean? Anyway, so she proceeded to share it, and that's basically exactly what they did because it was set up the same way where Addie Brown had the ball, although in the Kansas game, she passed it out to Hare, who shot the 3, but it was supposed to go into Audie. And then in this game, was it Addie who passed it or? Yes, I think it was Addie. Yeah, it was Addie at the top of the key. Yeah, Addie had the same opportunity, but then dumped it into Audie. Or was it Jada? No, I think Jada inbounded. Yeah, Jada inbounded it, and then Addie ended up throwing it into Audie. Into the dirt. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Essentially, because I was like, why didn't you expect Talia Scott or anybody, whoever's in the corner, why didn't you expect them to come off? Because that's exactly what Talia Scott did. She's like, man, bump whoever in this corner. I don't care. The person who's not going to get this ball is on Crooks. Yep. When all she had to do was just pump fake it to Audie, and then you probably could kick it to that person in the corner. Or actually, she needed to come up. Or a better pass because you passed it to her feet. Why are we passing the ball to people's feet who are 6+? I don't understand. Yeah, so there was a bunch of different things that they could have done for that last play. I don't think they executed it well, and then. Like, okay, I knew the ball was going to Audie. I knew that was going to happen. We all knew that. So Baylor was like, yeah, make somebody else take it because she ain't going to take it. Even though at that point in which she took it, she was covered 1-on-1, if I remember correctly. Who was covered 1-1? Audie?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, until but Scott
yeah,
was
until
already
Scott
cheating.
came over.
Yeah, she was cheating when the ball was in the air.
Yep.
So, you know.
Unfortunate, but hey, they saw something new, something crazy, and if anyone else wants to do it, they'll be prepared for it. Yeah, I think.
Why does Addie Brown get neutralized all the damn time?
Is it she gets neutralized, or she just chooses to just be a bystander?
I don't know. Now you got to tell me.
Because I don't.
Why are we calling it neutralized? She wasn't neutralized. She didn't show up.
I don't even think like it wasn't even a lot of times where she tried to win and go get the ball, because there was plenty of opportunities with for her to just, hey, come up and come screen or come get the ball from freaking Jada. Because Jada was literally out there in no man's land, nobody within 15 feet of her. You could have came up like, hey, give me the ball, come screen for me. But it was, yeah, no. That's the other part. Is it you being neutralized, or is it just you just standing and looking and waiting? Okay, somebody's gonna get me involved. Well, it's just like, yeah, but what great players do, if you're a great player or you want to be a great player is also gonna say, hey, I'm open, or like, hey, I got a mismatch, I got something going, I think I can get something. Yeah, give me the ball.
She's a junior, yeah? Is it her and Audie, or is she a senior?
Yep, she's a junior.
Yep.
Oh yeah, no, Addie's they super juniors together.
Especially because it's like she's shooting 49 from the field, almost 50, 42 from three. Like, what are you doing? Just standing and waiting for somebody to get you a ball. Girl, go get the ball.
Let me see. Do we have anything else on that game?
Nope.
We got any other games we need to talk about? Did I get everybody? Oh, Stanford, North Carolina.
North Carolina, you lose another one at home in overtime.
North Carolina should have never been ranked 11. Was it 11 to start the season? And I kept telling people, no.
And the crazy part is you're losing these at home.
Yeah, they losing at the crib.
Close games, or they losing the games?
You're losing close games at the crib.
In overtime.
In OT. Like,
you could close the game out and win, but you end up going to overtime.
Literally, because the one against Louisville, they had it won. All you had to do was play, like, use your brain.
Complete an inbound pass.
Literally, that's it. Couldn't do that. Went on to lose.
Is North Carolina a upperclassman team, or is it like a mixed team? Like upperclassmen, a lot of. Did you say?
Let me pull up the roster for you.
Yeah,
that's not the question she asked on.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
They only have two. They only have two seniors. Everyone else
they
is
have the VAR, who people keep, but
yeah, they only have two. They have two seniors. Everyone else is sophomore, freshman, and like two juniors. Could you say they're young? Yeah, sure, they're young.
I still don't understand how they ended up ranked that high. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
No, either, especially like last season. Didn't they have like a whole bunch of injuries last season?
They did, but the same people who got injured also left or graduated. Like,
exactly.
There's nothing about the team that I understood what had them ranked that high. No. They were 11. They were basically a top 10 team. On what basis? Like, if I can't tell you why someone's ranked top 10 to begin the season, why are you ranked top 10? Like, anybody who follows the sport should be able to rattle off why. Like, to me, that's a top. Like, if you're 11, you're basically top 10. And if I'm confused why you're ranked that high, then like, I'm not understanding. Clearly, their freshman was a 5-star, but that's still not enough for me.
Yeah. Especially because, like, if anything, okay, these were two young-ish teams playing against each other. So why didn't you kind of win it? But they got killed on the boards, 40-28. Probably.
Well, the best
But-
thing that probably happened to Stanford is they got curb stomped by NC State.
But here's the other part. Here's another reason why North Carolina should have won the game. You shot 30 free throws and made 18 of them.
Well, that will do it every time.
Like, what the world?
Well,
You
damn.
lost by 6. You shoot 30 free throws. 30
Don't they
freaking free throws?
don't they have a free throw shooting problem? I want to say the same thing happened in Louisville. Let me look it up.
They have a free
Not
throw
in
shooting
Louisville,
problem and it's not fixed by now after you lost to Louisville. Yeah. 18 for 30 is crazy. 60% from the free throw line is crazy.
Let's see. Free throws.
And then on top of that, Stanford had 22 turnovers. They spotted you 22.
North Carolina went 7 for 12 against Louisville, and they went to overtime. So, presumably. And Louisville went 14 for 17. So, yeah, that probably was it.
Yeah, we're running laps. We're taking free throws in practice all freaking day. Since y'all don't know how to shoot them clearly at home.
Did the game make you more confident in Stanford as an ACC threat?
No.
Just because you beat
That's
North
my
Carolina?
answer.
No. North Carolina 2-2 in the ACC. So,
and we feel like
I
this
mean,
is going
it
to be a
helps them.
recurring issue for North Carolina, huh? Not a one-off?
no.
Recurring issue, huh?
I just don't think North Carolina is that good. So whatever that
Got you.
means.
Yeah, no.
What
I
you
don't think
said,
it's
they
the
not
one-off.
that good.
I don't think they're that good. And for the record, North Carolina as a team shoots 62%. So from the free throw line.
Sounds about right. Sounds like y'all need to have a free throw contest every practice.
That was as a team, correct? The whole team shoots.
Yes.
60.
My one caveat is I went to the stats. I hope they're not like averaging the percentages of each individual instead of, because you can't, math don't work that way. But it says 62% at the bottom, so I'm assuming that's actually their collective, not an average of the stats of the players. But let me see if I can double check that. Regardless, it's not good because I feel like every game I tune into theirs, they either miss free throws that would end the game, and then it allows them to go into overtime or some version of that. It's not good.
Wait, how did they do in the ACC tournament last year? Does anyone remember?
Yeah, that was that boring ass game between them and Duke, the one that was like damn near 30-28.
Oh,
you remember?
Yeah.
Right. It was like, who just played a game like that? It was like the second quarter, and Malik was like, I just had to remember it wasn't the first quarter anymore. What game was that we was watching?
SoCal Washington was one. Wow. But then there was another one we were watching, and I was like, it's SoCal Washington was worse than whatever we were watching, but I forget what game it was. Mm-hmm. So, yep, I'm done with this game. I don't really have anything else to say. Well, Stanford got is it Clarity? Yeah, her. Chloe. They got her back.
Chloe Clarity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
so
maybe that may help a little bit.
Yeah, she's a starter for them. Oh God, she elbowed that girl bad.
Damn.
You see it?
Yeah.
Michigan.
Why is that not a flagrant? Oh gosh, that should be. They're not even reviewing it.
Wow.
Goodness.
Yeesh.
Is Michigan finna lose another one? Yay!
Okay.
Don't say that. Don't do that to highlight right now.
I'm sorry. I don't want them to, but
You don't want them to, but I feel
But
you. I feel you, right?
Yeah, I don't want them to lose, but what you doing?
I thought
Michigan,
What did
we're
we
gonna have
figure
to
out?
do a. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying I thought we figured some shit out, but what have we figured out?
I think you just went home.
Like we can't just go home and be like, "Oh, we home. Let's hoop." Nah.
Y'all might have. So when we did the preseason, right? One of my questions was, did they figure out their posts? And I think we're starting to realize no.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So that was the only thing that had me. I had them as a dark horse for the Big Ten, but my question was, will Holiday play more? Well, now Holiday keeps getting herself into foul trouble. I don't know about this game, but the West Coast swing they did, she was getting herself into foul trouble. And then not play more, but be centered more. And then my other question was about their posts. I mean, they have a recruit coming next year, but again, I don't think that's going to solve everything. So we'll see.
And I think the close loss to UConn was a definite blinder.
Yeah. And then they really didn't. And
Yeah.
then they blew out Notre Dame, which we've already discovered and talked about what that means. Yeah, so those two alone, I think it's now inflated. It's been inflating their, and they didn't really play anybody outside of those two. So now we're seeing it.
But wait, this is another team that's shooting 50% from the free throw line. What the heck is wrong with y'all?
Yeah, Michigan's, and it doesn't make sense to me because y'all guards.
True.
And you're shooters. So why are you shooting this bad?
Which conference looked the most volatile?
By what?
It's looking volatile right now.
Say what?
What?
What'd you say, Brittany?
I said all of them is looking real volatile right now.
Right. Yeah, I was like, on what basis are we determining volatility? I need a little bit more to answer that question. And that's not a me choosing D, all of the above. It's like, on what basis am I determining volatility? Auntie?
I guess when I say volatile, like in danger of not having the number of teams that they had slated to go to the dance.
Oh, it was ACC. They've already won that one.
Awkward. Yeah. Them.
Okay.
And right now, it's kind of looking like the Big 12 has surpassed them. And I thought they were going to be closer than I thought.
Yeah. But
crazy.
What I will say is, at what point didn't the Big Ten have as many, if not more, people in the top 25 than the SEC?
They did to start the season, but now they don't.
Okay, I was like, I think that's gonna change.
Oh, wait. Maybe, sorry. I think what I was looking, definitely the top 10 is SEC. I don't know about top 25 overall. I'd have to go recount that. It's close though.
Yeah, I think at one point it was the Big Ten had maybe like one more team than the SEC.
And we have 25. Like 5 less teams than them or something like that.
Yeah,
so
and I was like, and I was
like
looking at them.
Yeah.
Some teams should be in the top 25.
Well, yeah, and over there on the Twitch. Okay. For the teams that lost, right? Did you think any of them were really stable teams before you saw the losses this week, or were they all kind of like, gotta see?
And we're talking just top 25 or just like losses in general?
No, I'm talking about for the losses that we talked about this week today.
Okay. So the question is, was I surprised?
Were they stable teams? Did you think they were stable? Like, oh man, they stable, they should be cool, or were they kind of like shaky from already for you?
Well,
can I tell you about Notre Dame?
Didn't surprise you as much.
Can I tell you about Notre Dame?
Yes.
Cause I'm free falling. No, they were not stable.
Okay, not Notre Dame. Was Michigan a stable team?
I don't think I thought any of them are stable, only because I only think there's like 3-4 teams that are actually stable, and that's the top 4.
I would have to put Michigan in that. Well, for me, right? Not you, Brittany.
Go blue.
I didn't think I expected them to lose this early. That's what I think it is. I didn't expect them to lose this early.
Exactly. I thought that I didn't expect them to lose to the teams they did.
Yeah.
There we go.
Right? Because if you told me at the end of the year, or we're at the end of the year, Michigan lost to Ohio State, like that's a rivalry, even though like it doesn't carry the same as like football, maybe as women's basketball, but nonetheless, it's still a rivalry. If you told me Michigan lost to UCLA, it wouldn't surprise me. Because again, that big, I don't think they have anybody to contend with Lauren, even though we all feel differently about Lauren. I'm higher on Lauren than most of us on this panel. Like it would be certain matchups or like, you know, that type of thing. But yeah, the losing early to who they lost to was more the surprise and how they lost.
Because like Michigan losing to against Southern Cal? Oh, no.
Only had 8 points in the first quarter. Correct.
Oh, no. I did not see that one coming. Was not on my bingo list.
TCU in a way too, but I don't follow them because they really haven't. The only TCU game I like semi paid attention to was NC State, but that was like I watched like 12 minutes of highlights type of, you know, like, or 5 minutes of highlights. I don't even know if it was 12. Like it didn't hold my interest enough to watch it. I didn't catch that game. And I knew that they've been playing like Southeast Louisiana, like no lie. They've been playing similar teams as LSU. So to me, I just like wrote that off. So in a way, I guess seeing them struggle with BYU or seeing the box score of them struggling with BYU and then turning around and struggling with Utah, I guess kind of was interesting. Who else lost? Are you trying to get somebody to say LSU? No, because I technically
no. It wasn't about them at all.
Okay. Well, but it's also not a surprise because like of exactly what the questions have been. So
are you talking about South Carolina? Because here when we see USC, we think University of South Carolina. So are you saying you thought South Carolina would play better than they have, or are you saying Southern Cal? Please.
And if you thought Southern Cal, please tell me why.
Well, whatever the answer is, please tell me why. We'll start there. Of the teams that lost, who else? Maryland. Okay, so Maryland's interesting. They're not high on my list, but I've just found the way that they've been ranked to be interesting. I'm not gonna like lose sleep over this, but I found it interesting that Maryland only dropped one spot. They went from 7 to 8, and Michigan dropped 2 spots. Technically, they both lost to unranked teams. So,
did Maryland have a better schedule, non-conference schedule than Michigan?
They've beaten more. Have they beaten more unranked teams? The only team that they beat Kentucky, earlier in the non-con, and then they beat maybe someone else.
The only other person that they played in non-con for real.
Yeah, like Maryland didn't really have a strong non-con. It's probably been one of their weakest non-cons in recent years. So I'm not clear why. And no, you are incorrect. USC, Kappa, you've been on this thing. You've heard me yell at people multiple times and say who. USC is University of South Carolina.
Man, why are you trying to get cussed out today?
Yeah, like we've done this multiple times. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, great. So say SoCal if you mean SoCal. Back to what I was saying. So I don't understand Maryland's change versus Michigan. And then if you're telling me, well, Michigan went to overtime with Oregon, okay, fine. I didn't think that's how we did rankings, but Maryland also went to overtime with people earlier in their non-con. They like barely squeaked out of Minnesota. They barely squeaked out of there was another team they like went down to the wire with. It was like the first week or the second week, like really early in their season.
Townsend, they only beat Townsend by 18.
Yeah, and I'm like, but you guys kept them in the top 10 through all of that. So Why? I'm not understanding. Again, like, I don't really care, but it's just the lack of consistency to me of how you move people or don't move them is just more irritating. That's kind of more my point. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. Like, they went to double overtime, but they won. So if you're not going to penalize them for that, but you are penalizing, or if you are going to penalize them, why didn't you penalize Maryland when it happened? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But whatever.
Absolutely.
LSU only dropping 7 when North Carolina dropped 6. But anyway, yes, that was a ranked win, but you took 2 L's back to back, and you only dropped 7.
Wait, who?
LSU, they only dropped 7.
Yeah,
7 spots.
that one's hard because the reality of the situation is they lost to 2 ranked teams. Although I will come back to that. They lost to 2 ranked teams and lost less than 5 points combined. What did they? Whatever. The point is, it was like minimal losses, right?
Yeah.
But the problem I have is they should have never been ranked in the top 5 to begin with because of their strength of schedule. So in a way, I'm kind of like, well, drop them. But I do think it's weird. That's basically what I'm saying.
No, Kappa. Here, USC is University of South Carolina. They lost that name. So, I mean, you can say that that's what you think it is, but we made a decision here and an agreement here. So, SC and USC is all Southern, is all South Carolina. And Southern Cal is Southern Cal or the Trojans. That's just how it go here.
And then I will say, Ole Miss dropped 3 spots because they lost to Texas.
Let me jump in here and say this too, y'all. Unrivaled is tipping off.
Oh, let me change the channel. Somebody tell me how this.
Unrivaled is tipping off. So, Rose with the Rock.
Do we have anything else we want to talk about?
No.
53-48, 6 minutes and 1. I lied. 5:45 left in the fourth quarter. Michigan is up.
Thank you.
So no Skylar, no Fee.
I know no one asked for that. But
no Skylar.
What's
Skylar in the suit? Skylar in the suit sitting next to Nafisa.
Oh, she said, Fee ain't playing, I ain't playing. I'm not doing this. She said, I told you the Owls were going to be last. So did they bring in a development pool player?
I don't even got the sound up because I'm listening to Michigan, but I'm looking at Skylar. Skylar got her suit on.
She came suited. Let me change this channel.
Lower extremity injury. Thank you, Emily. Skylar hurt already.
I'm telling you, Skylar said, "Fee not doing this. I'm not doing this." So maybe they really did a favor to Leash and was like, "Yo, this is about to be some, some BS. Let's not subject you to this. Go over there with what's her name? With Stewie. Mm-hmm.
We don't want to subject you to this.
Is this one on TNT or is it on True TV or one of those?
It should be on TNT tonight. I'm actually looking at it on HBO Max.
Oh, okay. Try TNT.
And I'm pissed because Lisa Leslie went and got all dressed up for the night version. She had on a nice, relaxed top with her jeans for the beginning for the 1 o'clock show, and here she go with all this double-breasted bullshit on at nighttime. And that's what I'm talking about. We don't need all of that at 3x3, Lisa. Damn.
Okay, so they got Mayberry, Edwards, and Beck Allen out there.
Rose up, 5-zip.
Bonk that right off the backboard. Lord Jesus. Oh God.
That an air ball? Oh God.
It's gonna be over. Oh no.
Hey, the afternoon games was hype. So they better pick it up here. Okay, after Ray with the 3. Okay.
What is that?
I don't know what you looking at. What you see?
I think I'm like 5 seconds ahead of you. Did you see Azrae shoot the ball and where she shot it from?
Oh, yeah. Right now I'm looking at Edwards is just scored. They come Chelsea bringing the ball up.
Oh, then I'm
Hey,
behind.
so I'm here for the Mabry. I'm here for
the mess.
Who's that down there? Mabry and Lexi?
Oh, you're ahead of me. Okay. So I'm behind. I hate when this happens. Okay. White on white crime.
Uh-oh. Gotta know where the rock at, homie. Not Azrae out here screaming on him. Okay, I ain't ready for this. Azrae was out at the club, but now it's up. You hear me?
She came with new
Juicy, what's happening?
She came with new laid hair. Oh God.
Laid. The velocity of the bounce from her ponytail is exquisite.
It is. That silk press.
God, I'm not doing this with you today.
We got that silk press.
You want to see the young guns? I'm here for the breeze too.
Laid. Yeah.
Exquisite. Okay. Exquisite.
Oh, did she take out the colored braids? Usually I'm harping about the colored braids. Did she take out?
Don't come on. You don't see no purple and yellow out there. Don't do that.
What? I just assumed it was the quality of my TV. But let me because the last time I saw her in the scrimmage, she had the multicolored braids in.
Well, she must have hit them good. Man, they didn't worry Silas Schwartz hairstyle to death. Dang, Silas. Rose up 8-2, y'all. Maybe bring the rock up. Oh, God damn.
Chelsea. Oh, Chelsea. Oh, my God.
For it. Let's go, Marina Mabry.
Lexi, if you don't get yourself up off the floor, this ain't Indiana, girl. Get up.
You better get up. Is Minnesota trying to walk Michigan down? What the hell is going on over here?
Flipped it. Hold on. Let me see if I can picture
62-56. 62-56.
Yeah, 3:30 left in the fourth.
Come on. Michigan close. Shit.
Michigan, we are in, say it, trouble.
Don't do that to High Life.
I'm sorry. I forgot High Life is here.
Remember, go blue.
She watching her team.
Always.
Go corn. Go maize.
No,
Uh-oh. Chelsea, don't be out there doing that. Chelsea out there a champion. Y'all don't know championship, Chelsea. Hey, girl, get up. God damn, get up. You better get up. You better get up. You better figure out how to stay on your motherfucking 1 and 2, honey. Because they just busting your ass all over the place. Get your ass up. They remember you from the season.
She did take it out. It looks good. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Edward, don't go back, sis. Don't go back.
Lexi is hitting the deck early. Hitting the deck early. Yeah, she got to go rest. Go rest up. Go rest up. Go rest up. Angel ain't here this season, honey. Here come Kira. Here come curly red hair Kira. Michigan closed.
Aaliyah Edwards be getting to Miami and be acting different. Where was this all season?
Aaliyah Edwards like, this is Miami. This is Miami AE.
Okay, Shug.
Miami AE.
Flash.
She was like, I wasn't finna be doing all this in Connecticut. Time for all that, bro.
I think Michigan got it together, y'all.
Yeah, they finna close. They up 10.
Okay.
2 minutes left. It's a wrap.
I'm switching away from it.
Yeah, it's a wrap. One black eye tonight for Lexi.
Not you turn back because you thought Minnesota was about to do something.
Well, she said, are they about to walk them down? So I was like, wait, do I need
You was looking for the upset, huh?
Oh, I wasn't. No, I wasn't.
Oh, you
just making sure we wasn't seeing a walk down.
Yes. I believe in them.
Right.
They got it. So I was letting them. I want to too many things. Kyle not playing again.
Oh,
Get my water out.
What's up? I mean, come on. I keep showing up to see Kai Copper play 3x3.
Yeah, like
that's what I keep showing up for. This is one of the draws for me. It's to see Kai.
She in street clothes again.
Street clothes.
They're gonna get active. This is funny, man.
Not thank God for Michigan. I ain't.
No, it would have been embarrassing for them. I didn't even want that for them to start
to lose to Minnesota. Hell yeah, that'd have been.
Well, more just like that's too many like losses in a row. Like that's a lot.
They'll be at home. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Damn.
that's like free falling territory.
She ran through you, big dog. Ran through old Olsen.
What are we on this until halftime? I can give y'all till half. After that, boop boop.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah, I will. I'm gonna switch. At halftime. I'm gonna switch fight over it. I'm gonna switch the stream at halftime. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay, Tammy on the floor.
Bro, y'all better not let Minnesota within 5. We're bullshitting Michigan. Close. Yeah, there you go. Bro, what is up with these fouls, bro? Bro, Michigan tripping. Stop stopping the damn clock. Damn. Damn, beautiful pass, Chelsea. Finish that bitch, Kira. 6-point game, bro. Let's get close. Oh, yeah. Bang him. Bang him. Bang him. All that, bro. Good rebound. Good fucking rebound. Gosh. Sheesh. Close, Michigan. Uh-oh. Man, 17-5. 17-5. The Hootie Hoos, who are you? Hootie Hoos, who are you? 17-5. Come on, Hootie Hoos, get it together.
A money laundering organization. They are.
Damn, Kira got to get it down.
Organization.
You ain't got to turn back to the Michigan game, Danny. It's you ain't got to turn back. It's okay. They finna close. Point guard. Chelsea out here directing traffic. Chelsea, did you go to sleep on defense? Telling everybody else who to be that came at you. Let's work, homie. Oh, Kira, get him. Yeesh. Yeah, you gotta get up, homie. Gotta get up, Fact been like. Minnesota. Y'all can't even rebound. Playing all that defense. Can't get the ball. 21-7. Rolls up. Bro, jumper. Cure. Stay woke. Scored on you, big dog. 53 seconds. Yeah. Loving the Chelsea great Cure Austin connection. Yeah, they hooping.
I told you guys. I said everybody was worried. I said, not that Shakira and Angel are the same, but Chelsea will utilize them similarly.
I mean, they should have used Cure more last year.
Too bad she was on, wasn't she on Hootie Who's?
But I'm just saying in general, I just felt like
no, I know, but she was on Hootie Who's, right?
I think she was a Lunar Owl.
And whose league were we trying to get an MVP for? Who else was on Hootie Who that was being deemed the best player in the W in an unrivaled league?
Fee. That's Fee.
Okay. Well, there's your answer.
Oh, Nola got her sweater on. She got her sweater on. All right. You ain't got no paper in your hand, do you, Nola? Oh, notebook Nola. Oh, notebook Nola. Okay. 25-9. Oh, defense. That's just lazy. Cure got y'all again. Oh, almost. Way to go, Michigan, for to close this thing out. Up 8, 53 seconds left. Bro, your shot's not falling, homie. Oh, almost dropped that bitch. Not envy, wanna be fee. All right. Oh God. Envy, wanna be fee. Oh my goodness. 185 in the chat. Y'all hit the like and the share. They both right there. Ladies, do y'all got anything else? Y'all got anything else today? Man, Hootie is not Hootie.
Nope. Yeah. Nope. This is gonna be over real quick. I don't have anything else.
This is gonna be a wrap. I'm gonna come up and finish Unrivaled on the Unrivaled link.
That sounds like a good idea.
Right.
So that you ladies can get down and enjoy the game. I think Brittany was like, her time is up. Damn it, Brittany just left. Brittany was like, fuck y'all.
I said half thinking it was second quarter. I thought it was the half thinking it was second quarter, but I meant quarter. Yeah, we good.
No, I thought you meant at the end of this quarter. I didn't. Did you really mean the half?
No, I meant quarter.
Okay. No, that's what I thought you meant. So that's right. I thought this was a good spot to wrap. Michigan's gonna wrap. I'll be back up to talk Unrivaled with y'all to watch the rest of this game and the second game. So y'all pull back up in just a few seconds. Ladies, I appreciate y'all pulling up and having this special emergency baseline brunch conversation to talk all of the madness that we saw, the upsets that we saw, and the tomfoolery that took place over the weekend. Commissioner Brittany, Highlight, thank y'all so much. Baseline brunch, y'all. Until next time, y'all know what it is. Y'all stay tuned. Talk soon. I'm gonna be right back like I never left.